Tell you what, guys, why don't you go build a bridge and jump off it? Hey, partner. I could use a little help, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Right after I settle the score with you.
You're next, this way.
Get this straight. I am Decepticon leader. You are recyclable.
Well put, Megatron!
Constructicons are leaders too, Blitzwing promised. You try to hurt Devastator. Get over here.
Megatron is a wimp!
So is Starscream.
Yes, but I'm fast!
We got to band together to stop Devastator.
I'm with you guys.
No, you're not, traitor.
Two traitors here.
Megatron, you're making a mistake. Starscream's the real traitor.
Don't listen to them, Megatron!
Why not? Are they too close to the truth?
Mam sitten snäus nu minun. Se salto jag är väglig. Overlast, I'm the man. I am the man. I'm not fan of hårda.
There we go. Pretty sure I said full screen, right? Nope.
Listen up. The IMC have developed a fold weapon. It has the power to destroy entire worlds, but without its power source, the Ark, it is inoperable. Your mission is to capture the Ark before it can leave the airbase. Marauder Corps, weapons hot! Stand by for Titanfall. Get to cover, pilot. We're taking down that wall.
Watch out for the cannon!
Unless we take out those cannons, we're not getting any closer to that ship.
Wilson in position. We're here, good to go. All acolyte pods locked and loaded.
This is Commander Briggs. Go weapons free.
wait just in that time. Fuckface.
Firing laser bolt.
Warning, our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
Alright, so this whole Ronin thing is not working out. What's this one? Blocks incoming. Precision laser. Explosive mine. I think that one's just almost there.
Use your cores, people. Elk 4, get to that underground entrance. Watch for flanking.
Firing salvo core.
Militia tighten down. Salvo core ready. Militia tighten down. Enemy tighten down.
Take him out!
Militia tighten down.
Take out the sniper!
Enemy tighten down.
Pilot, you're with me.
Salvo core ready.
Into the tunnels.
Incoming enemy sight!
Enemy tighten down. Salvo core ready.
Elk 4, Store 2, lock this area down. BT, Pilot Cooper, you're with me. Let's go. Watch out, IMC Titan's up ahead. Go, go, go!
Enemy Titan is in sight.
Nice shot, Pilot Cooper. We need to keep moving. We've got to get to that ship before it takes off. Take those Titans out, Pilot. Move it, Pilot, move it!
Good. Now it's my turn to kill an SRS pilot.
Salvo core ready.
Your life will be over, pilot. Know that.
Good takedown, Pilot. Let's keep moving.
Enemy Titan down.
Follow me. There's a lift up ahead. Come on, pilot. Follow me. Here we go. Get ready, pilot. Going up. That was the easy part. Well, you're doing a good job, Cooper. And as far as I'm concerned, you've earned your pilot certification. Now let's finish this thing and get home. There she is. We still have time to intercept the Ark. Move! Move! Incoming hostiles!
We got IMC coming up from the east. I need backup!
Flight core ready. Flight core ready.
Dodge this. Salva core away.
Enemy Titan down.
sir.
Coming up the side. Watch your six.
The Draconis is almost fueled. Move, move! Their escort is here. We don't have much time.
They're powering up.
Flight
I got a lock. Taking the shot.
Flight core activated. Keep heightened down. Flight core offline.
Got in health mission.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
Back to now.
Flight core ready. Warning. Detecting hull damage. Flight core activated. Pushing heightened down. Warning. Detecting hull damage.
Launching south on.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning. Enemy heightened down.
Final launch checks complete. All systems go.
They're taking off. We need to get to that ship.
Don't let them get away.
Don't let them get away. Get to that ramp.
Bliss, this is Sloan. The Ark is headed your way. I'll let Viper take it from here. See you soon.
Get to a ship. We're going after him. This is Commander Briggs. We have to recover the Ark. The IMC are taking it to the fold weapon on board the Draconis. All ships, flank speed. We have to hit them hard and fast. Briggs out.
Copy that. 6-4 en route.
Woo! Here we come!
This is Captain Diaz at the Braxton. We'll provide a support platform.
Enemy squadron in sight. Lock archers. We've got the drop on them. Light them up.
Fuck two. Missile up the rail. Flash 1. Flash 2. Good hit. Confirmed splash on all trail units.
We're coming up on a transport. Just burn past it. We have to catch the Draconis.
I got an unidentified bogey at 11 o'clock.
What the hell is that? Anyone got a clear visual?
It's too fast.
Airborne bogey acquired.
Visual clear. I've got good tone. I got you, kid. Brace yourself.
Parker, nice of you to show up.
You're welcome.
Battleship Malta at 10 o'clock, guarding the Draconis. We can't get past it. Cooper, I need a pilot on board the Malta to secure the deck now.
Commander Briggs, this is Blackbird 6-4. We can get him there. BT, we need a fastball.
Copy that, 6-4. You can do this, Cooper.
Just like before.
Not exactly. There are significantly more variables to throwing between two moving platforms.
Welcome to the 6-4, Coop. Cooper, listen up. We can't take you directly to the bridge. We'll never get past those guns. We'll drop you off at the stern and you'll have to work your way forward.
Contact left.
Cooper, I'm gonna get as close as I can without crashing. Time your jump. Now, go!
Nice jump!
Cover you from out here, Coop.
Got a guy underneath the stairs.
They're around the corner. Watch your left side.
I'm going, come on! This is 6-4, engaging the hostile!
The room's clear.
BT, where do I go?
Cooper, use the cargo lift.
Commander Briggs, this is the Braxton. Between the Malta's guns and that flying Titan, we're getting torn up here!
We're working on it. Just hang on. Cooper's en route to the Malta's main gun battery.
I don't know if that's gonna be enough!
Cooper, hurry.
The gun drive is ruptured! Abandoned ship!
We lost the Braxton. Stay the course. Gun 3 is down.
That's it, clean them up.
anti-air cannons active on the deck of the Malta. They must be disabled from the bridge before we can approach.
We're on it. Nice work, Coop.
Good covering fire.
We got your back. Commander Briggs, we'll also need your help.
Copy that, Bear. On my way. The bridge is through that hangar over there. Any ideas? Briggs here. What do you need me to do?
Close the door and keep her steady. He's not thinking. No, wait a sec. Follow me.
I love this job.
Well, it's never boring.
Just move your ass, Davis. We got the drop on them.
Goblin Bravo 6, confirming warning, 3 flight checkers. Squad Alpha 2 Charlie, sending a behind us! Program, militia forces have boarded the Malta. All security forces converge on the hangar level. Repeat, program, all security forces converge on the hangar level.
Get to cover!
Up there.
Follow me.
Come on, Coop. Keep up.
Hold your fire. It's bulletproof. We're gonna breach the glass. Take your marks. Guy by the stairs.
Tango on the mezzanine.
Shape charges are ready.
Hey, Coop, watch how the 6-4 does it. Pilot Cooper, are you ready?
I've got my target.
Breaching!
Clear.
That's how it's done. 6-4, on me. Cooper, get to the captain's console and disable the guns.
Coop, the console's up here.
Cooper, bypass that console. Kill the gun. Commander Briggs, the Malta is ours.
Copy that, 6-4. Cooper, you still have control of the bridge. Use your data knife to steer yourself right behind the Draconis. Barker, get BT back to Cooper.
You got it. On my way. Hold on, Tin Man.
All call signs. Clean up hostiles and rendezvous with the Draconis. This is it!
Here's your Titan, Cooper. I'm done babysitting.
Ready to transfer control to pilot.
Cooper will cover you from the rear. Take the deck and get to the Draconis.
Voodoo 1, Viper's on station. Your journey ends here, pilot. The skies belong to me. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Tally. Engaging bandit. Target hit. Fox 8.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
090 for 20, it's, getting a little hot. You hitched your last ride, son. This is your stop.
Detecting hull damage.
Bandits hit. Moving in for the kill.
Replacement battery.
Alright, that wasn't the right one. Let's do that.
Dodge this.
Excessive damage. Warning.
Viper 1, taking cover. Raz 4 visual, point 0923. Move in. You hitched your last ride, son. This is your stop.
Salvo core ready.
Good tone. Fox 10. Target hit. Fox 8.
Warning.
Viper 1 lost control. I'm losing control. Going down. Mayday, going
Commander
down.
Briggs, this is BT-7274. Viper is down.
Copy that. Board the Draconis and secure the Ark. We'll prep for transfer.
Cooper, ready for fastball. Recommend you disembark. Adjusting for wind resistance. Calculating.
I've lost the hatch. Need cover.
Cooper, aim for the cockpit. Take the shot.
BT, you okay?
Left arm severed. However, I am still operational. This ship is rapidly losing altitude. It is up to us, Cooper. Down here. We are approaching the Ark's containment unit. The containment unit is too large to carry. We must improvise. I cannot reach the Ark. Cooper, I need your help. Quickly, we need to get off the ship. We are running out of time. This way, Cooper.
What are you doing?
Protocol 3.
Get the Ark out of here!
Negative. We are trapped. I will not lose another pilot. Brace for impact.
So I'm surrounded by metal as I hit the ground.
Blisk, your problems are not my concern. Once you have delivered the Ark as per your contract, your payment will be transferred by the IMC.
Just have my money ready. I'll get you your precious cargo, you useless nav. Oi, Titan! You're gonna open up and give me what I want.
Voice command. Not recognized.
Let me just rip it out again.
Can't risk it. The Ark's unstable.
Listen, hero. You have what's mine, and I want it back. Go on. Tell your Titan to open up.
About what? His feelings?
Still trying to be a hero, eh? I have a lot of dosh riding on this contract, my friend. So tell your Titan, if he doesn't open up, I will shoot you in the head.
Pilot in jeopardy. Ocular systems. Marginal. Cannot visually acquire pilot.
Stand him up. You see him now? Right here, right here. Yeah? You see him now?
Functions compromised by severe crash damage.
I don't care how broken you are. I know deep down, some things still work in there. Now open up, or I'm going to shoot your pilot in the head. You still remember numbers, don't you? I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah, that wasn't so hard, was it? That's the problem with teams. If you don't win together, you die together.
Nice try, love. Say goodnight.
Alright, get the Ark out of here! We're running out of time!
It's always think the Ark is such a shitty.
Cooper, over here. Cooper, I can no longer uphold the mission. But you still can. Take the seer kit. It is your best chance for survival.
On that signal.
I've got something, but it's faint. Cannot confirm. Commander Briggs, I'm picking up a data core, but it's a weak signal.
Are you sure you have the coordinates? Boost the signal. I need to get through to them.
Commander Briggs, I have a lock on Cooper's position. He's pulled BT's data core. He must have the sphere kit.
BT, Cooper, what's your status? Cooper, how copy? Over. BT 7274. Cooper, how copy? Over. BT, Cooper. Cooper, is that Cooper? This is Commander Sarah Briggs. If you can read me, get to the bridge 1 click north of your position. We've only got one shot to turn this fight around and you're it. Our fleet's moving in on the fold weapon. We're coming. It's not over yet.
Hello, Jack.
New chassis, same Titan?
Old paint, same data core. BT-7274 good to go. It is time to complete our mission.
Throwing everything I've got at the IMC, but it's not going to be enough to stop the fold weapon. I need you to get inside its control room. Commander Briggs to all battle stations. I want close fire support on Cooper and BT. Do whatever it takes to cover them.
Solid copy. We'll go.
Cooper, get up that hill. We'll cover you. Move!
Tracking target. Firing. Danger close. I see him! Firing! Danger close!
Enemy Titan down.
Target's locked! Firing!
You're not getting any more hits on me, out.
Tracking target! Firing!
Not bad, but I'm better. still in the fight, outlaw.
Keep moving. Don't let up.
Vanguard Titan in sight. On guard.
Checking target. Firing. Take your bullet.
Cheap shot.
The Stockton just went dark. Give me a sit rep, now!
This is Captain Landiger of the Rutledge. The Stockton took a broadside. It's going down!
Commander Briggs, this is Gates of the 6-4. Are we late to the party?
You're just in time, Gates. How much juice do you have left in the Malta?
We've got plenty to spare. Don't worry, Coop, we've got your back.
Targeting systems online. We are weapons hot. Fire! Danger close! Fire it! Target's locked.
Enemy Titan in sight.
Smart board ready.
Fire! Danger close!
Enemy Titan spotted. Advance and engage.
Detecting hull damage.
Alright, I'm coming. This flight core ought to be enough.
Off your back. It's all you from here on out.
I can tell you're more of a rifle.
Cooper, we're tracking Blisk and Sloan just ahead. They have the Ark. Keep moving.
We must stop the IMC from using the full weapon at all costs. If we fail, the militia planet of Harmony will be destroyed. Engaging hostile infantry. Transferring controls to pilot.
Attention IMC personnel. This is General Mardo. The mercenaries have delivered the Ark. Prep the fold weapon.
Initiating preliminary fold weapon power systems. Powering up targeting responders.
Set location to the militia planet Harmony.
Initiating targeting systems. Harmony. Coordinates 264.588 recorded.
You have your money, Blisk. Now go. My forces will take over from here.
About time they do something. I think our militia pilot's trying to be a hero. He's all yours. Keep the salvage.
Who said anything about salvage? I'll do this one for free.
You know what I see when I look at you? A part of easy money.
Arc injector loaded. Spooling up stage 1.
Run a laser core, you little brother. I've got to say, pilot, this is more entertaining than I expected. Get in, lads.
Target spotted. Moving in.
Fold weapon priming sequence passing stage 2. Coordinates locked. Transport system. Planetary designation. Harmony.
Sorry, mate. Time to die.
Hardcore ready.
Fold weapon passing stage 3. Automating space fold projection.
Warning. Detecting coverage. Enemy Titan down.
Goodbye, you little bastard. Say goodnight, you little bastard. Oh, come on, you Burke. What are these? Mosquito rock. You're a tough little bugger, ain't ya? Let's see how you handle some Reapers.
Fold weapon approaching stage 4. Ring momentum at 97%.
Come on, let's do this, you little Burke. Wait! You ain't walking away that easy. I'll give you a hero's death. You deserve that one.
Warning. Expected blast energy reaching nuclear threshold.
Sorry, mate.
All personnel must clear the chamber immediately. Disruption of electromechanical units, including Titans, will be severe.
Bugger. You're really making me work for my pay, ain't ya?
Excessive damage. Warning.
I will not be the bloody hell. Just die already.
Get the Ark out of there before it launches. Hurry!
Fold weapon priming sequence complete. Deploying the Ark.
Cooper! BT, do you read?
Cooper, the injector backblast is overloaded my critical internal systems.
BT, Cooper!
Attempting to restore ocular systems.
We fired everything at the fold weapon. No effects on target.
Ocular systems restored. My analysis is throw. Warning. Hostile. Hostile Titan detected.
It's your lucky day, hero. I'm not going to kill you.
I don't work for free. But you don't get to kill me either. Yeah, you earned this, eh?
Liz, that Vanguard-class Titan is still in there.
Not my problem, Marta. Should have put it in my contract. I've got other people with money to suit.
What are you doing? What do you think you are doing?
My analysis indicates that the throws is our only option. Is our only option. Our only object. The throw is our only option. Cooper, I require your assistance. My auto-navigation systems are offline. Get me into that injector assembly. We must do this together.
Boost the signal! BT, Cooper, our ground teams can't make it there in time. You've got to find a way to destroy the fold weapon from the inside. There's no other way.
Commander Briggs, I believe I have a solution. In its exposed state, my reactor core may be able to destabilize the Ark at the center of the fold weapon.
What are you saying?
We can blow it up. I'm sending you coordinates for a dropship rendezvous.
Coordinates received. We'll be there, but I don't see how you can.
Trust me, I have done the math.
I sure as hell hope so. We're on our way. Good luck, both of you. Briggs out.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Copy that, pilot. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
BT!
Cooper, we just lost BT signal. We're almost there. Cooper, I'm marking your HUD with the coordinates. The evac site might be in midair. There's nothing we can touch down on here.
And if I'm flying through this shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot! I'm tracking you. Keep going. That's it. You're almost there. Move, move! Cooper, jump for it!
Got a visual!
Doctor! Come on, pilot! Parker, get us out of here!
Hang on!
Pilot Cooper. A lot of people owe their lives to you. And to BT. Barker, set a course for Harmony. Take us home.
You got it.
Ninth Fleet, this is Harmony Command. Good to have you back. Welcome home.
The destruction of Typhon saved the planet Harmony. The militia calls this planet their headquarters. Millions of others call it home. Commander Briggs says I'll be inducted into the Marauder Corps and assigned a new Titan. After the techs wipe what's left of my neural link with BT. I don't know what that'll feel like, to get assigned a new Titan. I kinda like the old one.
Great job on Typhon. To all of you.
This is Pilot Jack Cooper, signing off.
That was really short.
kind of see why I didn't get a second one. Yeah, not a second one, third one. Is there a way to... I mean, it's a fun game, but I only picked it up because it was like $2. I think the online's probably gonna be horrific for people that played this game for too long, as always. Is that Jeff Chan? Oh my god. Oh, I'm definitely gonna hire them next time. Like the credits for making the game is just pretty much just so you can put it on your resume. Is yeah, I was part of this. Like no one else cares unless you're hiring. Like no one's ever been like, oh shit, Neil Davison? He was the stunt coordinator? Holy fuck. Holy shit, video editor Grant Martin. Fuck, dude, I love that guy's career. I follow him every day. Technical director Stephen Hartland. Dude, I fucking follow him on Twitter all the time. Or just Dumbtron. A lot of Chinese. Are those all Korean names? Outsourcing Class Egg. Oh my god. It's all Japanese and it's all Asians who did all the art. That's fantastic. I could tell by the ship design, really. Very, very Asian-y, the ship design. I've seen that in a lot of like sci-fi animes. Kind of like designs like that. Should have guessed. Like, why is this in here? Head of communications, communication managers, social and community managers. Like, go fuck your mom. Like, who gives a shit? I think this is the AI one. Wow.
Now it's your time to shine. Woo! You said it, brother.
Orders, pilots. Defend the Harvester. What's the Harvester harvesting? Harvester from all who want to destroy it. Thankfully, it has a recharging force field that protects it, but it can only do so much. Or have your Monarch generate an electric smoke cloud that protects you and your teammates. Before the match, you'll choose your Titan and also see which Titans your teammates will be using. This will help you adjust your strategy to whatever the situation calls for. As you play and increase the rank of your Frontier Defense Titans, you will unlock higher and higher difficulty modes. Now that your pilots and Titans are ready, it's time to start defending that Harvester. You'll need to endure 5 waves of enemies, each more difficult than the last. There's a short reprieve after each wave where you can rest. And we've added an armory which is only open between waves. Here, you can purchase batteries to repair your Titans, arc traps and turrets to slow down your enemies, and even a boost for the Harvester shield. You acquire credits for the armory by defeating each wave and also for any enemies you kill. You can also donate your credits to a pool so you can help your teammates purchase extra equipment. Make sure to get what you need before you ready up for the next wave.
frontier is...
It's exactly how I thought that was gonna go. Yeah. I really only wanted to play this for the campaign again. I'm pretty disappointed. Everyone kept saying that this was a really good game, but I was like, I remember the reason why I stopped playing it. It wasn't as good as the first one. And I'm glad I was right. It was not as good as the first one. Yeah. Wow, that was how long the campaign was. It was like 5 hours. Holy shit. Yeah, that was nothing compared to the first Titanfall. Fucking 63 gigs for a fucking 5-hour campaign. Fuck you. And to download EA again. I didn't want that. That was AIDS. Play a little of this, catch up on some of this a little bit. For $2 that I paid for it, for $2 whole, it still wasn't worth it. It still fucking wasn't worth the $2. I'm still upset that I kinda spent that money. And then I think in Titanfall 1 you actually had to you actually got dropped in and you could actually pick where you wanted to go to. It was like a map. It was like Battlefield at the time. It was like a map, you'd spawn on either end and then you could go, and then after a while you could just kind of either drop in with your Titans anywhere on the map. If you died, you could just kind of pop in anywhere you wanted with the Titan, or you can call it in. Or it'd be like a map where it was like Battlefield, where you'd start at two ends and then we'd slowly take over little points and stuff and get in there. Or just start in two ends and then get across these pretty decently sized, I wouldn't say huge, they were decently sized, big enough to fit the mechs in and some AI stuff. That was AIDS. Ugh. of Titans in there, but there's not much where you can go. So much for quality testing. Yeah, so like without the without sitting in the credit scenes, and if I didn't dick around in the campaign, like just fucking, because there was the campaign was not even a challenge, as you saw. Like it was, I pretty much punched my way through most of it. It was pretty bad. So it was probably like what, 4 hours long, maybe, the campaign. So even probably on par with a Call of Duty campaign. Maybe even less so. I think Call of Duty campaigns used to be like 10 hours, at least. 10 to 12 hours. I don't know what they were like now. I haven't picked up a Call of Duty game since. Cold War? Was that my last one? I remember playing in the 80s. Vietnam. That was the last one. Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops. First. That was Modern Warfare 2. That was my favorite. Modern Warfare was okay, but Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite. I like that one a lot more. The online was a lot better. Call of Duty 4, like when it came, it was fine. It was fine. It's just we didn't grab me the same as Modern Warfare 2 did online. I don't know what it like. I played Advanced Warfare for like 2 hours. That made GameStop. So I think maybe that's the last one. Advanced Warfare whether it was after. But I think I remember still kind of playing Black Ops. I was getting sick of it.
That's quite enough of that.
And the missions, everything was pretty. It was starting to get more and more pretty gay. That was pretty gay, that fucking thing. Mostly platform. I can't fucking stand that.
Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
Really, you haven't heard of us? Running on walls. Because they know you wouldn't fucking run on the walls unless they fucking forced you to run the goddamn walls. It's such a stupid mechanic sometimes. Especially whenever I have to play with other people. Like, it's fine if I have to play by myself. Give me some like AI people that can just follow me around and whatnot, but oh my god, I fucking hate when you have to go online. People are just fucking raging.
us.
It was. It's been like months since I've touched it. I don't think I've ever had it.
Just isn't your day. That's quite enough of that.
You can, like, I think I saw in a community comment with Darktide. You can clearly tell that they really weren't prepared to make Darktide, or it was not ready for launch. Someone pushed them to push it out. Because they were pretty happy with just, because they weren't even finished with Vermintide 2. They were still putting in the they still have, I don't even think, hold on. I don't think they even put in the did they finally put in the last DLC person? Because I don't even think they've finished the DLC person yet. Warrior Priest. I thought I had that. Pretty sure I thought I had that. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I think the only one I didn't buy was the dwarf one. Yeah, the engineer, because I thought that was the dumbest fucking thing ever. Or am I thinking, is this the one I'm thinking of that was retarded? Oh. Okay. You have a necromancer? Whoa, what the fuck? Hold on. Is that a new class? Oh, it's just cosmetic. But you do look like you do get some kind of skeletons. So that's pretty cool. Wait, can you actually, like, use it as a necromancer? Wait, no, wait, it's necromancer. There it is. Huh. Interessant. Très interessant. I was going to say, I thought they still had to upgrade people, but they might have already done it. Hmm. Yeah, that's the only other thing, too. You just can't have a good old-fashioned, you just can't play online anymore. Everyone's either rushing around or being a retard. You just can't find a happy medium anymore.
What precisely are you? Where's the best place to begin? Is there anything more I can help you with?
Since it is Friday, I bet I can probably play Mountain Blade. There might be some people on there that are on special needs.
I love your hair extensions, baby. You sexy. What? Run that by me again, Stu?
Get some pot.
Sexy. Yum yum.
I just had that nigger store too down. No, some ethical.
That didn't just happen. That really did not just happen. Dark Master of social media, help me, please!
I'm sorry, Billy. There are limits to even my powers. Oh, I've really got to stop smoking Marlboros.
I just need a little favor. Could you make this go away? I need my Amaranth to be protected. She's a good girl. It slipped. It can happen to anyone. PewDiePie uses the word every 5 minutes. I know because Kotaku told me so. This is the worst time for someone to send me a message. I'm very busy. I'm talking to the Dark Lord.
Oh, honey, there's nothing I can do about this one. She's just gonna have to fry. I used all my dark powers on a lady baby. Oh, I'm so evil and slightly gay.
Oh, that's politically incorrect. That's the whole point. I can't even stroke myself. I'm so worried about.
Like, whatever. She's probably singing along to rap. That's what skinny white girls do nowadays.
You know. Oh, I think that looks great. Let me see.
I guess I had that nigger store too down.
Oh, that is.
God damn it. Can't have nice things.
Like, his concern is that this American company is going to decline so badly that the Chinese company will just be waiting in the wings because they actually
Women fight with
make
swords,
a quality
men
aircraft.
fight with cannon!
Like the cars did?
Yeah.
Safer. Yeah, I think it's horrible. I mean, especially those are, except I'm saying, those are large commercial aircrafts that everybody uses. These oxygen masks don't work. It really
Women fight with swords, men fight with cannon! Men fight with cannon! Men fight with cannon! Men fight with cannon!
Because they actually make quality aircraft.
Oh, you mean like the cars did?
Yeah.
fight with cannon! Women fight with swords! Men fight with cannon!
Black, white. That's it.
Of the same awful design.
Women fight with swords! Men fight with cannon!
Just point. Like the Dodge just released the first fierce muscle. I'm like, please stop.
Abomination.
There's nothing muscle about electric.
No, you. I don't mind it. I don't mind electric. If you want to drive electric, that's fine. You're just gay. But you can't say it's a muscle car.
It's like when you see a jacked guy in West Hollywood.
Yeah, it's like you're not. Yeah, you had all that put in. It's all fake.
It's not real. You know the pumped-in motor sound?
Women
It's not
fight
real.
with swords! Women fight with cannon! Men fight with cannon!
That's it.
They're scary too. I don't like
Stop
that
it.
you can remotely
You can shut
control
your
them.
car off.
I don't like look at that. That doesn't look cool to me.
Like your social credit score is down. You're just stuck in a desert somewhere.
Just in your muscle car.
Your electric muscle car.
That looks like you said to an AI, combine a Honda with Tron.
Yes, it doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you'd think that would be cool.
It looks like they designed it for the movie Free Jack with Emilio Estevez. Yeah, and they were like, it's what it looks like. And it's like something where, like, well, nobody would ever actually drive one of these. And
would be
2024, they're like, guess what, everybody? We made crap. Speaking of making crap, I wanted to bring this up because you're a woman.
Oh, good.
Yes, and Matt identifies.
Kate Middletown.
Angel is sometimes a woman on the show.
I just thought it was a plug for Mexican sugar.
Sorry, we like your food.
You're very good.
Kate Middleton. You think she's dead? Just be
Conspiracy
honest.
theories.
I've heard so many conspiracy theories.
4 months. She's not been photographed.
Oh, following?
How long? It's gonna
4
be the most
months.
boring story ever. They just are bad. They don't make it any better by releasing all these poorly photoshopped photos.
That's, yeah, speaking of AI.
Where is she in this?
She's the one.
She the floating head?
Yeah, right there.
She's the attractive one. The rest of it was
Yeah, the other
Sorry,
one
that
was just an inbred bloodline.
That was so mean.
Some lunatic on Twitter was like, "This is what happens when you marry like a non-royal, like you and your kids aren't
I thought she was a royal.
No, but that was his point. Was like because he's missing, and this is what happens when you don't marry. Like bad things happen, I guess, if you don't marry your cousin.
Rich people are.
Yeah, you don't
weird things going on over
You
there.
don't
with your royals.
urinate the color blue. Like this is real things, by the way. If you trace their ancestry, the problems that they've had, like born with flat heads, urinating blue,
Very ugly faces.
yeah, just stuff
they,
that
they bleed really easily.
Yeah, they're basically just they're
pugs.
Yeah, they live in the hills of West Virginia, but they gave them crowns. But yeah, it's like following. No offense, we love West Virginia. You know, following Kensington Palace announcement on January 17th.
Women fight with swords!
Undergone a planned
Men fight
abdominal
with
surgery,
cannon!
which was
Women
stabbing
fight
her
with
in the
swords!
abdominal.
Men fight
and would
with
not take part
cannon!
in
Men
royal
fight
duties
with
until
cannon!
Women
Women fight with
swords.
cannon! Men
Fight
fight
with
with cannon!
Speculation
with
about her
cannon!
health began to brew on social media.
Women fight with
The
swords!
online chatter
Men
about
fight
the
with
princess
cannon!
who's
With swords!
42,
Men fight with
began
cannon!
so
Fight
far.
with swords!
Yeah, you think something
Men
would come
fight
up, though,
with
right?
cannon!
Because it's not the days.
What are your royal duties? Standing in a car and waving? It's like you cut a ribbon somewhere. It's not taking photos. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's isn't it just saying you don't like the family and then moving to a giant house in California and then being like, stay away from us, and then taking a bunch of money from social media to put on a bathing suit.
And have like a whole series on Netflix about it.
Because you don't want people to see your social
Also, just people that when you're in the supermarket checkout and you go, huh, tabloids are still a thing. Yeah.
I really think she's dead now we're talking.
It does feel a little. The frenzy feels like we're all chasing Diana.
It does, which is what they. I mean, except the Queen's not paying anybody like Diana.
She might be paying people.
Yeah.
I'm not just rid of Diana. I like her.
Dave's theory is that Diana's dead.
I think Diana might be dead. Don't tell anybody.
The queen is still alive.
Queen's still alive.
Still alive.
Diana's dead. Don't tell anybody.
Kate may or may not be dead.
No, and Kate might be Diana.
Dude, we're gonna have Boeing and the royal family
His own
after us after
mother.
this episode. Yep, and guys without circumcised penises. They're all gonna be after us.
Well, they needed to be re-inbred.
Yeah, no, you just have circumcised guys in the chat who are angry they aren't.
Oh, fuck! You need to know. You know how good it feels.
You never know.
Yeah.
But you know who will know?
Oh. No! The show's over. Okay, the show is over.
Oh, we got a couple more.
I'm sorry.
We have a couple more jokes about the dead,
No, I'll stop.
the dead quarter black girl. You know, you get it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, that's
That's
the
the
other
other
one.
one. That's the other
Markle.
one.
Oh, Meghan Markle's the I forget. I know they all hate it.
She's the one married to a ginger, and Kate Middleton's the one married to the guy who used to be a heartthrob when he was a teen.
That's right.
Now he looks like he works at a shoe store.
Correct. That's why I
Looks
got
like Captain Picard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he works at Shoe Carnival.
Yeah.
Not a good shoe store.
He's about to be king,
Oh, I know.
That's right.
which is why I think
Soon
she's
as old pop
taking the
kicks the
kids
bucket.
and got out. He had bruises
Oh, wow,
on his
everyone
neck,
left.
which was part of the conspiracy.
Did he?
He's
Yes,
got bruises.
He's got bruises on his
Or-
neck,
or
and
those
nobody's
hickeys.
seen her. We don't know if there's talks that maybe he has a mistress,
Oh, say
and that
what?
she's taken the kids and is like.
My favorite is that she's been moved to a bunker with the kids because something is coming.
Oh right, yeah.
Is it a
All the
royal bunker?
him and Mark Zuckerberg
Yeah,
bunkering down because
Yep.
it's coming.
something is
What do you think
coming.
it is? What do they say on the internet?
I don't know. Anytime we're talking about the royals, I just feel like it's the deep state waving their keys at us. Don't you?
Oh yeah. People do get very upset when you do insult some of the family. We've actually lost.
Really?
Oh yeah. We've got people very mad.
Firm?
The firm, yeah.
When you upset? Really?
A couple people are like, I can't believe you would say that about the queen. And you're like,
We live in
lady-
America.
The lady who looked like she was 84 since she was 30.
I made on the day
90. Like what happened?
on the day of her death.
mean
I
that-
made a sad.
Grammar.
Yeah.
I mean the
Sad tweet.
mascot of Britain,
Yeah.
Yeah, for like decades. I made a sad tweet. I said,
like a Michigan
R.I.P.
State fan.
Queen.
I can't believe you'd say that about Sparty.
Yeah.
Like, what does he do?
Oh, wait, who cares?
yeah, R.I.P. Queen, and I put a picture of Freddie Mercury.
No, what's wrong
And
with
I got freaking so much heat from British people. So they're like, that is our queen you're talking about.
Yeah.
People get very upset about this.
I'm saying I like Queen.
I feel the queen lived a very good life. My understanding, she was
It's like Taylor Swift, except Taylor Swift actually does something.
Except she had a talent.
Yeah.
The other one was just born into wealth and waved with a cup hand at people, and then lived forever.
Because she doesn't have to dress herself.
No.
I have theories about this.
I bet
My
you-
theory is that you save years of your life if you don't have to dress yourself. We're underestimating how much that takes off of our lifespan.
Well, unless you're Steve Jobs.
I was gonna
Grace
say.
gives out. He did dress
He
himself.
dressed himself.
He just picked one outfit.
No, it's the actual act of dressing yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Years off your life.
With her, they were just like, which hat would you like to wear today? Because she wore many hats. Not
big,
in the sense of
ridiculous
she
one?
did a lot of things. She wore literally a lot of hats.
Because her husband lived a long time too, and he didn't have to dress himself.
No. The crown can be heavy, though.
Makes you think.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yes. And you can't take pictures of it. I tried.
Of the crown?
Yes. I went to the room with the crown, and they were like, no pictures. And they had people standing around it, like snapping phones out of people's hands, for real.
Oh. Well, before we get out of here, we're going to hit Dr. Stone on Tuesday night, because I think it's important to go to it then. And we've had such great guests. But I want to thank you both for coming on before we hit this ad and then go into the end of the world. Bridget, where can we find you?
Go to fantasy.com and just follow all of our stuff there. It's the easiest place. Or Bridget Fantasy on social media.
Matthew?
I'm at Matt McClowry on all the platforms. I'm with you coming up in and Hyenas this weekend as well. I'll be headlining the Corner March 29th and 30th. Is that good?
I'm also with you
She's with you too. Yeah, I forgot.
And go to my YouTube channel. I forgot to promote.
Oh yeah.
Please do that.
I have comedian Dave Landau on YouTube. I've never promoted it once.
Really?
I didn't start using it until like a year ago. I could point that out.
Yeah. Like a show
Soon
on.
the podcast Dave Time might be on there. I'm debating it.
It's like a little solo in your kitchen while you're making breakfast.
It's like just you masturbating.
It is.
Well, I'm not masturbating.
Oh, he took it out again. Every time.
It's pixelated like Japanese porn. Yes, it is. I'm wearing racist eyeglasses.
It's just you in a tub eating non-fat frozen yogurt. little Dave time.
While I sing songs I wrote. But there's ice over my good berries. Jason and the Blaze. There's probably that started earlier. Blaze Originals team found an alarming way around the Texas National Guard border blockade to show viewers at home what is really going on. Go to therealbordercrisis.com and use code BORDER to get $30 off your Blaze TV Plus subscription. That's right. The next thing just says topic love. So I feel like we're at the wrong part of where we're supposed to be scrolling.
That was all of it.
That was the whole.
That's
thing.
That's the whole thing.
I feel like I built it up too much. Honestly, it's a great documentary, great docu-series. There's a lot available on there, and there's going to be a movie coming out and some other stuff that I think you should check out. Use that promo code, folks. You're going to be happy you did. My stomach growled. I heard it. Must be hungry.
More cake time.
Cake time.
I'm in the mood for barbecue.
Yes, barbecue. My podcast will be called Barbecue and Cake
Barbecue.
Time.
All right, welcome back to Fleckus Talks, a podcast, episode 153. Today on the show, the great TikTok debate of 2024 continues. Richard Ratboy and I are going to chime in. Then, in Schizo Corner, is Emmanuel Macron's wife really a man? Find out. Then after that, in Cringe of the Week, we have a Chick-fil-A freakout that will make you wonder who are the real privileged people in our society. And last but not least, in Urban Decay, black women are under attack, but we are going to tell you who's actually doing all the attacking. All this and more, it's Fleckus Talks, the podcast, episode 153, ranked the best new podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words, but at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool.
It's Fleckus Talks, the podcast, featuring Richard Ratboy. All right, 1 for 1 on the intro, as always. Guys, you know about Sierra Whiskey Company, the folks that brought us Undertac, the revolutionary boxers that are changing the game, my favorite boxers, the only ones I wear, the Right Wing Apparel Company that are show watchers, who we all love. Well, I have a big announcement. They have brought in the products they're offering, and they now make t-shirts, socks, joggers, and sweatshirts, all made in America with that same rugged spirit we've all come to love. The socks are made of battle weave wool that's 5 times stronger than merino. Their ring-spun cotton hoodies and joggers are dangerously comfortable, and every patriot needs the EDC t-shirt 3-pack. And remember, Undertac isn't your typical men's boxers. They're made out of molded, which is like cotton but a little bit better. It's 50% more moisture wicking, it's antibacterial, it's super light and comfortable. The waistband is fantastic. Sturdy, and they're also fade and stretch resistant. Not to mention, Sierra Whiskey Co. also donates a portion of their profits to companies that are in the fight against human trafficking. That's a full 360 win. So stock your drawers today. We all need underwear and t-shirts and hoodies and joggers and socks. Tell them Fleckus sent you. Go to undertac.com. That's UNDERTAC.com and use code Fleckus20 at checkout for 20% off site-wide. Exceptional comfort, twice the guarantee, and a fraction of the price. Undertac.com is the website. Fleckus20 is the code for 20% off at checkout. They support the show. They're major show watchers. Let's support them right back and stock our drawers. Now let's get into housing. All right, thank you to Undertac for sponsoring Sierra Whiskey Co. I'm not just saying this. One of the most shirts I've ever worn. They sent us a bunch of stuff, sweatshirts, socks, everything, t-shirts, and we wear it all the time. It's fantastic.
It's called comfy shit.
Really comfy shit. All right, how goes, Richard?
Richard.
All right, joke number one.
Yeah, cross it off. Excellent bit, brother. I can tell this is going to be a good one.
We're going to have a good one today. That is definitely the truth.
All right.
We have a good script. We have a great housekeeping, a little bit of schizo stuff, good solid cringe, urban, long, and then uplifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a phone did it on uplifting today.
Hey, we'll fill it.
Right. We'll deal with that when we get there. We'll see you guys at the end. All right, first things first, the TikTok ban. Everyone is talking about the TikTok ban. And I'm just going to kind of go for it here.
Go ahead.
There is a certain thing you can do when analyzing politics where if you don't feel like reading the bill or fully looking into it, you can kind of just vibe it based on who's voting for it and who's not. So as of right now, we got Trump, Tucker, Elon, and Rand Paul saying, don't ban TikTok.
Okay.
And then we have Joe Biden, Dan Crenshaw, the ADL, the Uniparty, and Ben Shapiro say they do want it. Wow. That's pretty good. So don't ban it. Yeah. And also, if you ban it, it gives the president the ability to decide which apps live and which apps die, which apps are public, available to the public, and which ones aren't. So if you do that, you know immediately it's going to be Twitter and then Rumble and stuff like that. Truth.
Yeah.
It'll just be gone. It'll be toast. It'll be used against us.
The only bipartisan thing that's happened recently is this, the banning TikTok, and then sending money to Ukraine and Israel. That's the only three things that Congress can just unanimously agree on with a few dissenters. Kind of a red flag.
Exactly. It is a red flag, and you're getting like these fake angles of like why we need to, and it's like, oh, it's because of China and they have our data. China already has all of our data.
Yeah, our data's wide open.
Yeah, all of our other data from all our other social media companies, it goes all over the world as it is. So it's not really a data thing. And then, China buys all our farmland. China sends fentanyl across the border. We're going to crack down on China for this because it's time to crack down on China. Doesn't sound right. And also, the ADL wants to ban TikTok because they are not able to control the narrative on it. Listen to this recording of Jonathan Greenblatt with the ADL.
Not left, right, yeah, folks. The issue in the United States support for Israel is not left and right. It is young and old. And the numbers of young people looking at Hamas's, massacre was justified is shockingly and terrifyingly high. And so we really have a TikTok problem, a Gen Z problem, that our community that gave us tackling, that gave us all these other amazing innovations, need to put our energy towards this, like fast.
All right, so it's a TikTok issue because people are getting information and making up their minds on political issues.
Yeah, and you know what? The Hamas tards, we don't agree with them. We don't really care about either side, but, it seems interesting. The timing is always fascinating, right? Because didn't Trump try to do this, divest TikTok Chinese investment divestment? And all of a sudden now it's happening, and I don't know. Suspicious.
Yeah, suspicious. But when looking from the high-up view, I don't really need to side with Dan Crenshaw and Joe Biden and the Uniparty and the ADL and Ben Shapiro on anything.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's the easy part. All right, moving on. North Carolina's governor, he just did an ad for sports betting. We're going to let that play in the background. But can you read that tweet he did?
Yeah, Governor Roy Cooper said, sports betting is now legal in North Carolina, and I'm taking the Canes to win the Stanley Cup.
So that kind of got dystopian pretty quick.
This wave of online gambling and gambling through an app and in secret and hiding your losses from your wife and all this. kind of just spread across America like wildfire. And in a certain point, it's like, all right, the gambling lobby's winning. But the governor basically running a commercial?
Yeah, I'm the governor of North Carolina, and I only smoke Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, it's crazy. How did this happen so quick,
Very
right?
dystopian. And the future of content, too, is going to be, like, people hitting it big off of multi-leg parlays. Like, that's the only hope for a lot of the young men who aren't dying from fentanyl.
Yeah.
They're
If you make it through the fentanyl, it's like a maze. And you make it through the fentanyl maze, and you're like, all right, a free deposit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
$500 match.
I saw my buddy put $20 and he made $30,000. Well, it wasn't my buddy. It was some guy on the internet.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it was real or not.
And you see the people who click, like, the Plinko where the balls fall into the multipliers. Like, everyone's just going to Plinko their life away, trying to get out of this dystopia.
The only way out of the inflation rat race is to hit a 20-leg parlay, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And obviously, when you do gamble, you have all these horrible stories. Like, you hear the good ones. Oh, I bet $20 and won 20 grand. There's a million stories that go the other way of people losing more than they could afford to lose, especially on Reddit. You have a few headlines here, right?
Yeah, this is from the Gambling Addiction subreddit. I lost $29,000 tonight, my entire life savings, 26 and as stupid as can be. Had a relapse today and managed to lose roughly 100K. 36, male, down 165K this month. I lost 100K, don't know how to tell what. Wedding in a week, his account is now negative. That's from
Why did you put me in there, you dumb?
So people are just getting slaughtered out here, and there are certain people, like, obviously there's normal people out there, right? They go, oh, I'll bet on the Bears. I'm a Bears fan. I'll bet on the Bears this weekend. Make it interesting. And some people can handle it, but then there are just some impulsive, degenerate gamblers waiting to be unearthed who haven't awoken that in them yet. And now the North Carolina governor's saying, come on down to the slaughterhouse.
That's why I think it was
Wait, so
better
we're
when,
allowing
like, the
TikTok,
general
we're gonna
public
ban
didn't really have access to gambling.
Yeah.
Like back when you had to get a VPN and then like know how to work crypto.
Or a bookie even, back in those days.
And you can kind of like, if those who wanted to seek it out could seek it out. Now it's going entirely mainstream. You see Drake on Steak always doing ads.
Troy Aikman is like saying the odds, like they're a 30-point favorite here. And it's like, what?
It's like Troy Aikman telling me to bet the
Tell me about the quarterback. What happened, right?
Something bad happened. Yeah, America got away from us pretty quick.
So, and then also one of the things I've noticed is this really affects white kids a lot. Obviously, it affects everybody. But the white man in America who's already dodging fentanyl, racial discrimination in employment, all that sort of stuff. I see a lot of English and Irish kids get totally down and addicted to gambling. I don't know, it's just anecdotal, but, you know.
And then you have groups like Barstool whose number one are gambling.
Yeah.
So then you kind of have like the entire Barstool audience thinking it's funny to like binge drink and gamble and cocaine.
Yeah. And, you know, like, to be fair, those things, I don't know, for a certain group, they can be fun. They can also ruin your life, right?
They can also ruin your life.
So just very dystopian to see the governor himself doing this, and
I bet the gains to win. I mean, what?
Show us who donated to your campaign, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on. Speaking of governors who let us down, Kristi Noem, South Dakota. She passed a new anti-Semitism law. Can you read the headline?
We are seeing an alarming spike in anti-Semitism here in the U.S. and around the world. South Dakota will do all we can to stand with our Jewish brothers and sisters.
So I guess she's trying out for the VP job. She wants to be Trump's vice president.
I don't know. Is that how you get installed?
I think that's how you get from the hire.
I saw something tweet that there were less than 400 Jewish people in South Dakota.
Yeah, when I looked it up, I think it said 250 Jews.
So mixed numbers there, but thanks, Kristi.
And then can you give us a little bit of the background from that quote?
She signed a bill into law on Thursday. Yeah, for state purposes, the International Holocaust Remembrance Association's working definition of anti-Semitism. So ever since the horrific terror attacks on the state of Israel on October 7th, we've seen a shocking spike in anti-Semitic acts of hatred around the world, including some isolated incidents right here in South Dakota. I'm very proud to sign this historic bill.
I like to keep it nice and fair.
So because of the terrorist attack on October 7th, where Jewish people, I think 1,300 Jewish people were killed at the concert, the Jews said genocide was and then since then, 1,000 Palestinians came out laughing. That's like what they were trying to do. So on one hand, they're like, oh, it's genocide, we need help, while genocide, but then everyone thinks
if someone's going to be racist, we should all
ugly situation. Israel got attacked, they're attacking back, and then it's like everyone's supposed to pick a side or something. Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
I have no interest in either side. I have nothing for me from either side. I have no allegiances to anything but America. But it makes you wonder, 50,000 plus have died, half of them are kids, but then we're told, oh, that's okay, they're terrorist supporters, they're being terrorist adjacent. Which, okay, fine, if that's the angle, okay, but then why is Benjamin Netanyahu telling the West to absorb these migrants now that are displaced from all the destruction?
Either they're innocent or they're terrorist adjacent, and then if they're terrorist adjacent, then they can't come here.
Yeah, but I guess saying that get the South Dakota police to knock on the door?
Yeah, they're coming. Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, so that doesn't fully make sense to me.
And other governors have done similar things, like Ron DeSantis did something like that. And it's just like, what are we prioritizing? It takes days to draft a bill, legislate, do all this stuff, and we're wasting time. America has a lot of issues that are going unaddressed.
We got plenty of stuff to worry about. Yeah, thanks, Israel. Thanks for infringing the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Let us know when you need money and a war to fight. We'll sign that thing right away.
Our checkbook is waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on. Speaking of, Ben Shapiro, he's in some hot water because he the other day said they should raise retirement age and people should work later into their lives.
And let's be real about this. It's insane that we haven't raised the retirement age. It's totally crazy. Joe Biden, if that were the case, Joe Biden should not be running for president. Hey, Joe Biden is 81 years old. The retirement age in the United States, which is starting Social Security and who are eligible for Medicare, is 65. Joe Biden has technically been eligible for Social Security and Medicare for 16 years. And he wants to continue in office until he is 86, which is 19 years past when he would be eligible for retirement. No one in the United States will be retiring at 65 years old.
Yeah, we got to keep working into your later years so we can use that money for Israel and Ukraine.
Yeah, let's just dump the money, burn the cash, straight into an incinerator. And it's like the first thing you think of when he says stuff like this. Obviously, Social Security and retirement age are kind of two separate issues. But we're talking about plumbers, contractors, a roofer. Oh yeah, no, work till you're 70.
Yeah,
You'll get bored. You can't retire, He kind of says it like as a people get bored or they deteriorate when they're retired. It's like, what about the people currently deteriorating while they're working?
Yeah, what about
people
that are
exactly.
like, hey, I have a bunch of
light into the tunnel so they can enjoy their remaining years.
Some painter who's got John McCain arms, you can't bring him up last year, and it's like, yeah, raise the retirement age, Ben Shapiro, computer talk guy.
But if you stop working and stop making money, your life's going to have no purpose. And it's like, yeah, maybe that's just you guys.
Yeah, I have grandkids. I have 6 grandkids,
Yeah, exactly. We need the money for third worlders' hotels and Israel's wars. Yep, absolutely. Sorry. All right, moving on. Ken Buck steps down. He's a congressman, right? And he was coming up for re-election, but instead of doing that and stepping down later, having another election, he steps down now.
Yeah, Ken Buck resigning next week. Shocking out of nowhere. This gives Republicans a 1-seat majority. This is after a ton of Republicans also voted to expel George Santos and stuff.
Yeah,
so
we used to have a 5-seat lead, and I think it's now down to 1.
Yeah, can't state enough how cruel and terrible much of the D.C. Republican class is. It's not about country, never was. Instead of seeing out the end of their term, they can't wait to go to CNN News 12 bashing Republicans. Really repulsive.
Yeah, so when I hear this, I just assume that Ken Buck and others who step down in a situation like this in their time doesn't make any sense. We've never seen them being blackmailed.
And that's my first thought as well.
By China or our greatest ally.
They fell for one of those prostitution dens, in D.C., right?
And they go, oops, yeah, I guess I will step down now.
Yeah. Didn't check the ID on that prostitute, huh?
Yeah, so it's full-blown sabotage and blackmail. Unfortunately, that's what it has to be.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. We're still in housekeeping. We have a lot to get to. Make sure you guys use this opportunity to help us tickle the post, help us juice the algo. Leave a like, leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. Talk about notifications need to be on. Help us with our last episode, too. Our last episode got age restricted right out of the gate. So we're having a hard time recovering that one. So, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you watch it. And last but not least, make sure you send us stuff to the P.O. Box. We need free shit.
Thanks.
All right, we have a little bit
And
of a.
hold on, before we go on for the Ken Buck shit, like, isn't Bob Menendez a current senator from New Jersey who had like bricks of gold in his house and still just absolutely won't resign?
Yeah, he had like gold bars sent to him in the linings of jackets.
Yeah, classic. Above board shit, dude.
George Santos.
Yeah.
What did George Santos do again?
I don't know. I think he did or something.
And then
But
Ken
campaign
Buck,
misappropriations or something.
Ken Buck, George Santos, they need to go. Menendez, literal gold bar transactions.
Yeah.
He's good. He's Democrat.
Yeah.
We don't blackmail Republicans.
We should. We need to.
Let's get busy.
People need to get tough. Yeah.
Let's get busy. Let's start blackmailing people. It's so much more fun to play that.
It's hardball. That's called hardball.
We're not going to blackmail. We're above that. We're going to wait until the election comes.
Then get fucking smoked.
Get our vote canceled out by some girl with blue hair. That's what they do. We're on it. All right, Haiti. Shit's popping off in Haiti.
Yeah, General Barbecue, right?
Yeah, we got General Barbecue, who we like.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, we very rarely do we get a nice warlord elevated to, mainstream status. So, I mean, you take them as they come. I think the last one was General Butt Naked from Africa. That was the guy who I remember. And he ran into battle butt naked.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, General Butt Naked.
Coney, does he count?
Yeah, he was an antagonist, though.
Yeah.
I guess they all are. So,
I like the warlords because they had the same guns I do.
Exactly. And then very rarely, it's a once in a generation thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Haiti hasn't seen a warlord since probably the French Revolution, or when they fought the French.
That's a good point. Well, let's get into it. In Haiti, we're expecting a surge of migrants, according to this lady at a hearing.
Yeah.
Look what she said about it.
Telling, right? We can't really identify the gangs who are in charge. The government has been thrown out, and as a Florida man, I'm deeply concerned about this wave of that we're about to have, that we are having, coming from Haiti, and it will accelerate. What are we doing to prepare for that wave and to ensure that these people are not rolled into the United States as the administration has done with people on the southern border, but instead are repatriated back at the dock at Port-au-Prince?
Congressman, we're doing a number of things to ensure that we're keeping track of the situation and we're prepared. At the moment, we have not yet seen large numbers, what we would characterize as a mass migration, but we are alert to that.
Mass migration, though.
We are alert to that possibility. I think you're right that the driving conditions in Haiti could very well press more people. So
Yeah, so obviously the country falls apart, and that's going to lead to a lot of people wanting to get out. And when they want to get out, where do they go? They come here. Everyone knows that. And then people.
And it's a split island. It's the Dominican Republic and Haiti. The Dominican Republic doesn't let them in. They bust them back over. And so America is what, the bag holder in the end?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're too nice?
We're the ones getting stuck with them. And then when we call it out, NBC News writes things like Elon Musk and right-wing influencers use cannibal claims to smear Haitian migrants amid crisis.
And they're not even migrants yet. They're still on Haiti. It's an island. They
So
haven't
you're
left.
confirming they're coming by calling them migrants. And there is cannibalism going on. I saw a video of a guy eating another dude's dick.
I saw multiple, and they're not even that hungry. They're just engaging in nibbles. It's like finger foods. It's a show of power.
And Haiti's average IQ is in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
And they're cannibals, which I guess would count as zombies.
I think that's the first. That's at least how a zombie outbreak starts, right?
Yeah. So, and also here's some pictures of the gangs. 80% of the country's money is in the possession of gangs.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot. And obviously, with the new leader, Barbecue, he's up to some stuff. Keep in mind, I don't know much about Haiti, but I do know that Haiti used to be owned by France.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
And and then they revolted violently and killed all the French people.
And they revolted violently. But at the time, Haiti was one of the, I think, the wealthiest colony and one of the wealthiest places in the entire planet.
Yeah, wow.
And then NBC News says the Haitian Revolution that culminated in the most successful slave revolt in modern history, which is them just killing all the white people.
Yeah, the colonizers.
Yeah, so they
So,
killed all
of
the
course,
white
NBC
people.
likes that.
They like that. They think that's good. And
regardless of what happens with the leadership of the country for the next 200 years.
Yeah.
You know, which has been in constant turmoil. Hillary Clinton had even a finger in there.
Yeah.
Dipping it in.
So constant turmoil, the country falls apart. Now it's ran by gangs and cannibals. But I guess that's a good revolution. Get those white people out. Good thing you guys did. And then what'd you do with your freedom?
At least they're the leaders of the violent cannibal gangs.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody else is doing it for him.
And then Trump called Haiti and other countries like it a shithole country, and everyone came out. Washington Post, this is how ignorant you have to be to call Haiti a shithole. And you have Conan O'Brien and Bill Maher going on about Haiti's so great.
Dwight from The Office was a huge defender.
Yeah. Well, looks like a shithole to me.
Yeah, you know, it's got nice beaches, still a shithole.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
if nobody can manage it, if there's a constant power vacuum and struggle, it's kind of a shithole. I don't know what your definition is, but ours is pretty simple.
Yeah. So
Can you get eaten there or no? That's the bar.
do the people there hate you and want to eat you? When they killed all the white people, they killed like light-skinned black people. If it was close, they killed you.
Tie goes to the darker.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's basically what happened. So for some reason, we need to bring these people here, and that's been going on. That's been the trend as well, bringing 60 IQ people to America. Tennessee released some stats about their migration. The #1 place they received migrants from, illegals, was from Congo.
Yeah, Congo tops the national origin list for refugees resettled in Tennessee this year. And it's not even a huge number, I want to say that. It's like 264 or something in the article. But, you know, once they settle that little group, you've seen what happens to the Somalians in Minnesota.
Exactly.
It's the chain migration party starts.
Exactly. So
Oh, my
Minnesota-
cousin, my brother, my husband is in Congo.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you have little Somalia, little Congo.
Exactly. And Minnesota is the blueprint kind of copying. And then Congo's the rape capital of the world.
Yeah, it's like one of the most violent countries there is.
So a lot of people thought that they were going to sell their house and get away to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And the bad guys know about that plan.
Yeah,
they're working on it.
Oh, the biggest red state. It's like, oh, the federal government run by Joe Biden here. We're telling you what we're going to stuff in. And that's part of the thing, too, is America is becoming, like, crisis happens anywhere. Doesn't matter. Could be the farthest point away from America on the map. And it's a humanitarian crisis. We need to wake up. Congress immediately starts sending them money, right? Then the people immediately come here. They skip over every country on earth to come here. So America is currently backstopping all of the world's problems just indefinitely forever, right? And so how many of the world's lowest, type quality of people can we really backstop until we become that? Not a lot. And not a lot. There's a tipping point, and we're experimenting with when that tipping point comes, right?
Yeah. And the difference is if you're a refugee, you go to the first safe country you can get to.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just out of the missiles now. Like, oh, thank you so much. Can I get a water?
Yeah.
Instead, it's just let me do everything I can to get to America.
Exactly. And obviously these migrants too, that are coming in hordes, they're also bringing with them disease. There's a measles outbreak going on, which is something we haven't really seen in this country in a long time.
Yeah, in Chicago, major measles outbreak reported in U.S. as migrant shelters, infectious disease breeding grounds. And there were multiple cases in Chicago. And you know Chicago, transportation in America. You can get a train pretty much anywhere from Chicago. So good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, bubonic plague soon.
Part 2.
Yeah, and then there's something else I want to add to this. The last piece of this section, we don't have a huge migrant section today. The attitude of the migrants I've noticed in all Western countries has been not the best. They're not grateful. They're not like, oh, this is so much better than my home country. I can't wait to assimilate. Thank you so much. I'm going to get off of the benefits as fast as possible. American or British citizen or whatever. They kind of don't have that attitude. They almost have an entitled attitude, like the white people owe them, so this is their right to kind of invade another country. And I found this man on the street video where a guy was interviewing migrant children in the UK and was saying, if you were a professional soccer player, football player, what country would you play for? And look how they answered.
Let's say you guys grow up to become football players. What countries are you going to represent?
I'm going to try St. Kitts and Nevis and then play the rest of my career with Canada.
Probably Nigeria because it's a home country, so I have to represent them.
Exactly, I was going to ask you Nigeria or England. Why not England?
Because I've got to stay loyal to my country.
Nice.
Yeah. The first kid had 2 different countries that come before the country he's currently living in.
You gotta stay loyal to your country. Why don't you stay there and fix it?
Why don't you go back?
And you should strive to make it better. Instead, you fled to England. I don't know what happened.
You gotta be loyal to your country.
Yeah, and
That's
then
why
while
we
they
don't
do
live there.
that,
These guys don't want to be taxpayers
piece of
more
shit.
than we do. Yeah, they want to suck it. That's based. I know. It's like based in a backwards way. It's like they really hate taxes.
Exactly. And then while this is going on, powers that be protect the migrants and not the native people. There was this little meme that went around about some justice.
Okay, 21st century British justice, right?
So this guy posted a racist comment on Facebook. He got 15 weeks in prison.
But it's better
sold
there.
anti-immigrant
So good, you don't want to go back. That's how.
And then this person
find
raped
some
a
place that's
12-year-old
super
girl,
awesome. That's what you do. You don't
180
go back to
community hours, no prison time. Yeah, Al Swami.
I hate when I go on
Thanks.
vacation. Like,
You know,
damn, I
the same
really
people
enjoyed
talk
that.
about a rape culture or something.
Yeah.
Imported cultural rapists, and they don't even punish them.
And they're enforcing hate speech laws to arrest native white people. And we've already been opposing the horrible immigration.
Yeah, and we've already been over how they don't publish pictures because they're damaging, and they call them Southeast Asian rape gangs and grooming gangs. So
No one built
It's
anything.
ugly. It's getting ugly. Well, don't get too down or too depressed. We're moving on. We're in Schizo Corner now. Macron's wife, Emmanuel Macron, obviously he dates that old woman who used to be his teacher.
Yeah.
when he
So
was
either way,
15.
it's a baseline level of fucked up, right?
There's something going on here. Can you give a read to this guy's theory?
Yes, and this is just a theory. This is not Richard Ratboy's opinion. This is a screenshotted Schizo tweet in Schizo Corner, so have some perspective, right? Alert, is the First Lady of France actually a man? Is Macron gay? According to a researcher, Brigitte Macron was born as Jean-Michel Trogneau, a man, but President Macron's wife said she was being targeted by a transphobic rumor and she would file a complaint. The source of this information on Brigitte Macron's past life was in articles published in September in the journal Faits et Documents, citing extensive evidence of a massive cover-up about a trans figure in the Elysee. France's First Lady dismissed it as a conspiracy theory. On French social networks, the hashtag Jean-Michel Trogneau has been trending for several weeks now. On November 7th, the Twitter account Le Journal de la Macronie launched the quest for finding Brigitte's lost brother, who has disappeared without a trace. Hashtag has generated close to 80,000 mentions, in particular on anti-tax and far-right accounts, noted the Visbrain site.
Well, and if you look at the picture, they look alike.
This is pretty compelling.
This is you have to wait to the other guy, and it's basically that. And then that would mean Emmanuel Macron is gay, which would explain this picture of him and Justin Trudeau.
This AI-generated cock-grabbing picture of him and Justin Trudeau with the Eiffel Tower portrait in the background.
I think we got him.
Pretty compelling stuff again, I must say. And dude, I don't know, Candace Owens did a whole video on this.
Nice.
And, you know, sometimes people don't do videos like that unless you kind of have an ace in the hole.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but at least she's not fearful of getting sued for libel or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's why we put it in Schizo Corner. And obviously, if this plays out and it is true, it would be planting the seed for the big Mike Obama reveal.
Smart.
So they got to do this first, see how it works, see how the public handles it, or where it goes viral, or who the biggest proponents of spreading the info are. Handle that, and then when big Mike Obama announces, they can kind of have a little dry run already.
Smart. Yeah.
But that picture of him and Justin Trudeau.
That was crazy. That's...
You got you dead to rights.
Yeah, you're grabbing his cack and making out with him, and your faces are a little warped.
Also, the name, kind of a tangent, the name Justin.
Yeah.
Kind of like a teenager's name.
Yeah,
What are you,
yeah.
13 with a BMX bike?
Justin.
Oh, I'm Justin. It's like he's the leader of the
Come on.
Canada?
Prime Minister, get out of here.
Doesn't seem right. That don't sound right. All right, we're moving on. In bonus land, we are going to be doing some more Conspiracy Corner. Is Joe Biden being played by Jim Carrey?
Some pretty compelling stuff on that, too.
We got videos. So, and we're also going to go over Rabbi Shmuley versus Candace Owens. There's some beef going on there between her and Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah.
We'll tell you what side we're on for that. All right, moving on. There was a Boeing story. Obviously, Boeing jets are falling out of the sky. No one knows how to make them because of all the DEI people they hired, I'm assuming. But there was like a hidden camera recording where someone was... The whole people that work at Boeing are saying they would never let their family fly in the planes.
This is a Boeing factory in the U.S. state of South Carolina. Workers here in Charleston are assembling the company's flagship product, the 787 Dreamliner. But this footage reveals some have little faith in the plane they build.
Did you fly in one? No. You won't fly in one. Did you fly in one of these planes?
Of 15 workers asked randomly, 10 said they would not fly on the Dreamliner.
That's pretty bad.
That's damning. That's compelling stuff as well.
Yeah, and they're building the plane.
In South Carolina. Great.
They're building the plane and saying they won't fly in it. And then there also was a
He's gonna say
whistleblower
he won't say
a few days
retards 'cause
ago
he'll get
who worked at
mad.
Boeing for like, I think, 20 or 30 years. And then he committed suicide in his hotel room.
reason.
So someone had a tweet that was pretty good.
Upgrading Boeing to a lie after they assassinated a whistleblower in the middle of his deposition. I mean, hey,
pretty bullish.
Shareholder value comes here at the tip. Employee wellness, down here.
Yeah. So, something to keep in mind. There seems like there's a bad batch of planes out there.
And it sucks because obviously this isn't. They sell the planes to every single airline. It's Boeing or Airbus. That's it, basically. And so if we lose Boeing, what do we do? Every plane you get on is basically a 737 or something. So
I guess we'll have to get it from China.
Or just exclusively fly on 80-year-old planes. Or 40-year-old, the 747, and they're phasing those out too. But at least we can trust them.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
It ain't pretty. Speaking of not pretty and being in trouble, trillions of cicadas are coming.
Yeah. It's the convergence year of 2 broods, I think.
So basically the cicadas go under the ground in groups for years at a time. There's one that's been underground for 13 years and one that's been underground for 18 years, and both are coming out of the ground at the same time, and the numbers in the trillions.
Yeah, and I think it's the first time since the 1800s, and I don't know. You have experience, right? They were in New York, cicadas?
Yeah, as a kid, I had
playing with the corpses, the exoskeletons.
Yep, and then this could be like an end times prophecy type situation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a solar eclipse happening at the same time above where the cicadas are coming out. On April 8th, 2024, so in like 3 weeks, the solar eclipse is crossing the entire country right above where all the cicadas come out, happening all at the same time. Something's going on.
Yeah, if a Native American saw that in the Great Plains in 1804,
and all the bugs come out,
the human sacrifices start. You know, like there's nothing left.
They're not happy with us. The gods are not happy. Yeah. All right, let's move on to something a little more lighthearted. Speaking of solar, this guy is a solar panel salesman, and he has a tip for us that we can apply to our lives, whether you're a solar panel salesman or not.
You're leaving so much money. I'm strategic. I'm like a hunter. I'm going to tell you how many cells I have from houses that didn't have any cars in the driveway. In fact, the deal I sold yesterday didn't have any cars in the driveway. They were in the garage. Go ahead, don't knock them. That way I can finish it up. Let's go.
He's gonna eat your lunch. He slurps it up.
He's slurping it. There's a certain kind of false bravado that the door-to-door salesmen need to have, and it's like a facade. And you can tell this guy's like, "Yeah, let's go. I'll do it." He's like, "Is that good enough?" You know, you just know he doesn't even believe in himself.
And then they have like their scripts and their technique, and it's like their technique is kind of like how to strong-arm
a stay-at-home wife whose husband isn't home right now.
So you want to cut your power bill, right? And it's like, yeah. So you say yes, and then you're into the next leg of his sale. And it's like, yeah, you're tired of paying for high power bills, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was pretty profound, and it makes you wonder, where in our lives are we not knocking because we see an empty driveway?
Okay. All right. So do you have an example of one?
No, I watched the video. I watched the video, so I don't do that anymore.
Of course,
But there could be people out there, maybe in their lives, who are leaving some opportunity on the table because they think they know better. I watched the video. I'm not doing it. You guys did too. Now there's no excuses.
All right, smart.
All right, we're almost done with housekeeping. Second to last thing, there's a cat dating profile, and someone said something funny. They said it reminded them of a leftist trying to find a date.
Said this cat adoption post reads like a leftist guy's dating profile. Love bug alert, needs forever home. Meet Soy. Soy is 8-month-old neutered, up to date on vaccines, looking for a forever home.
All right, that's pretty good. I like when they make the connection like that.
Yeah.
I just needed to get that on the record.
Smart, smart.
All right, last piece of housekeeping. Nicolas Cage, National Treasure. Nicolas Cage says National Treasure 3 is not happening. If you want to find treasure, don't look at Disney. It's not there. Disney dropped the ball then.
Yeah.
Because National Treasure, it's such a shame that they're not doing it, is such a good series. A lot of people, me, maybe you guys too, learned more about history from National Treasure than they did from any class or any book they've ever read in their whole life.
You were a history major at an Ivy League school?
Yeah.
And are you telling me that
that's
National Treasure taught you more than your college degree?
It's that good.
Yeah.
It's that good.
So Disney would rather make some Mermaid Black or something than bring up this actual series that people like?
Yeah. Isn't that a shame? That was so good. That and Da Vinci Code, man.
Yeah.
Those were two good ones. Well, that is the end of our housekeeping. Moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, our first clip of Cringe of the Week, we have a student freakout from Arizona State. A person, looks like a street preacher type, had a sign, a Christian sign, and look at the response from this student.
Hey, wait, you don't like it? Yeah! Hey. Yeah! Mark. Mark, leave him alone, Mark. Stop! Mark, Mark, leave him alone.
Back off! Bitch! Back off!
Leave him alone,
Take
Mark. Mark, just stand there. Mark, stay there.
All right, you get the point.
Yeah, and that's freaking.
It gets a little more helpless attacks, and, they eventually settle it, right?
When I walk down the street and see something I don't like, say it's like a person trying to like raise money for Planned Parenthood, maybe I make a little comment and just walk on.
Yeah.
That?
The freak out, attacking someone when you're clearly not physically capable of attacking someone?
Yeah, interesting approach.
Well, that's kind of like a believe in yourself type thing. Like, if this retard is physically attacking people and screeching at the top of your lungs, you can stand up to the school board, Yeah. You can stand up to the stupid shit in your kid's life or the dumb baseball coach. You know what I mean?
I wish I had the confidence of this guy.
The passion, the confidence, zero effectiveness, obviously.
Yeah.
But it shows you something there. And the first thing I thought of this, I thought of feudal England or, feudal Europe. Some people are just meant to be serfs.
Oh,
Subjects, absolute subject of some feudal lord.
This guy should be someone's subject.
That's what I'm saying. He should just be giving 10% of his grain to the boss.
Yeah, that's smart.
Simple farming life. There's no need for you to go to college if this is your emotional intelligence level and stuff like
That's
that.
a good point.
So-
And, a lot of money to go there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Still, it's a state school, but you got to get your higher education so I can go be a normal person in society.
Yep.
Kind of a retard.
You see what I mean?
It's not going to work. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to work.
All right,
So
moving
about
on.
to say the N word?
There was a climate change
Wow.
interpretive dance. We're only going to play a little bit of it, but it's pretty interesting.
All I'm gonna say, climate change sucks. The whole thing summarized. Okay. Good? A truth. We walk the earth harnessing. We walk it branding and capturing. Our own exhumation peels back to reveal a femur and ulna walk together by joint stirrups. We are made of subjugation. The only authority we acknowledge is our own monstrosity.
It's interpretive dance, but it's like, what are we interpreting? Nothing you're doing is going with the words.
I didn't see one move that correlated with anything that she was talking
It's like,
about.
oh, we're walking. You could have been like, and then we got to peel back the blood. And it's like, you didn't do anything like that. You just did a separate dance move that wasn't even good.
Yeah.
Poor
and
map
this,
choice for such little
talk
people.
about paying your parents paying for you to go to college.
Yeah, what is this? UC Libraries, University of California? The
Yeah.
UC system?
Exactly. $40K a year for this shit.
Toodles to the, hey, a life of debt and squalor awaits from you, and a barista job is at the end of the rainbow. So I don't know what to tell you, right?
Yeah, and I found that clip in the wild too. Sometimes you find them on cringe pages. My algo right now is sending me like 100 like or less in the wild clips.
Is that what it was? 100 likes?
Maybe
Oh.
less, maybe 60.
You got to reward that algo to stay in there.
Yeah.
'Cause that's bad.
Keep sending me that.
Interpretive dance.
All right.
We don't need interpretive dance. The words, the heavy-handed poetry, it's already enough.
Yeah.
The point came across, right?
Exactly. The stuff you said was pretty on the nose.
This is also another thing where, the art of kicking ass, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. When we made fun of like millennial cringe humor, she goes, well, the whole point of this, climate change sucks.
That's the gist of it.
It's like you guys aren't even saying anything. It pisses me off. And women are swearing more. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, let's go to another clip that'll probably make people pissed off. There was an LGBT club in a middle school for 3rd to 6th graders that parents didn't know about.
3rd grade, I will refresh your guys' memory before we play the clip, is 8 years old.
8.
Parents at Elk Grove's Pleasant Grove Elementary School say they were alarmed to discover a third-grade teacher was allowed to personally invite all the 3rd through 6th grade classes to a new LGBT club he was starting called the UBU Club. Education activist Heidi Moore discusses the club.
Their children were essentially being recruited, some as young as 2nd grade, by a teacher there. And he was going around telling them that if they, it was a club for boys who crush on boys or girls who crush on girls, but that anyone could come because there were fun games that you couldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah, anyone can come because the LGBT blah, 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 blah is so broad now that we'll find a place for you.
Yeah, we'll slip you in somewhere. We'll assign you a role. 3rd grader, 8-year-old.
Yeah, literal 8-year-old. And what we notice, and we've said this before, when there's a black child with absent parents, they go violence and become like a thug.
Sure.
And the streets
Some.
You know, you're more prone to join a gang and rob a store when you're a teenager and get guns. When you're a white person or a white kid with absent parents, you go LGBT.
Yeah, there's a whole internet thing, furries, traps. You get into some weird shit. You experiment a little bit, and it leads you down a dark path.
Nothing less than
the thing
perfection, Master.
that obviously this is a grown adult men talking to 8 and 7-year-olds about a secret club that you don't tell your parents about, but you gotta come because you can't get these games anywhere else. You know. It's like one of the tenets of being sexually assaulted and stuff is someone telling you to keep a secret from your parents. It's like, now this is our little secret, right?
That's a good point.
So, I mean, why is this any different? And
there was a parent who actually had I don't say a bit.
It's kind of a podcast bit.
It was like a podcast bit, yeah.
This is him addressing the school board.
If this school board had existed in 2005, you'd all be the villains in an episode of Criminal Minds.
That's pretty good.
And he walks
off. He doesn't want any interaction or rebuttal. You guys would be criminals in the Criminal Minds show.
Yeah, it's a classic show, too.
It is. Well, there is some uplifting within this cringe section. Huntington Beach, California bans all flags besides the American flag.
Early election results show voters of Huntington Beach voted in support of Measure B. Essentially, it amends the municipal charter to ban all non-governmental flags from flying on city property. This comes after the city council passed an ordinance last year, reversing the policy of flying the rainbow flag on city buildings in June. But the move means...
Hey, love to see
ask.
that.
Yeah.
That's a W, and it's in California. Huntington Beach obviously is more conservative than most places in California, but it's good to see that. So for every 3rd grade LGBT secret club
Secret club, secret.
We have
a city that's fighting to stay based, right?
Yeah, a city where the government buildings aren't going to fly a gay flag.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, too, is like the gay flag. Like, what made you think you could get in and do that? Like, oh, no, my pet project, it can go on the federal or, the local state
we're hanging this
building.
one up.
Yeah, this one goes up. We made a decision, me and the HR lady.
Are you a general in the military?
Yeah.
Or?
At what point did you think putting your flag was going to be fine? So you love to see it, but obviously this is going to make the neighboring town 2 times more gay. That's how they do it. That's the response.
That's a great point.
They see it as a direct threat. Huntington Beach did it. We're next. And then they make it twice as gay.
And they go, we're going to only hang the pride flags on every flagpole.
Exactly.
You can't even get a W.
Yep.
All right, last clip of cringe, a Chick-fil-A freakout. So this woman is a DoorDasher, and I guess this is a racist interaction. Let us know what you guys think.
I'm standing here because something is wrong with you people. Y'all do this all the time that I come in here.
How can I serve you, ma'am?
I'm getting a DoorDash order for Ryan. Y'all do this all the time that I come in here. Every single time. This time I'm documented.
And then,
DoorDash order for Ryan. I'm waiting.
Let me check on that right now, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, just sit there right there. Just sit it right there. And y'all do that all the time. All the time.
What do we do?
No, I'm not.
Unfortunately, that's our policy, too.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
You're going to have to confirm the order for pickup.
I confirm it all the time. Every time when I get to the door, I confirm my order. You people are the only ones that do this.
So Chick-fil-A clearly has a policy where you have to confirm on the phone the order before they hand it off, before they hand off the DoorDash order for Ryan to this woman.
To any random person, right?
Yeah.
This prevents any random person from impersonating a DoorDash driver and stealing food from Chick-fil-A. It's a pretty simple thought process, right?
Yeah, good thing those workers weren't white, or else this would be
a race incident.
A race incident,
what's
for
your
sure.
name? Like, why do you
But you
know?
can kind of tell who
Can't
has the
just
power in
fucking grab
society.
it.
Like, once this lady starts filming, it's like a little sneak peek behind the curtain. She knows she has the power. She's filming. She's looking for these guys to slip up in a little way so she can come down on them with a viral clip and get them basically fired and ruin their life.
Despite the entire time being dead wrong.
Yeah.
That, like, this is just a policy that has nothing to do with you. We're tired of getting stuff stolen from Chick-fil-A from randoms walking in.
Just no
And I like the manager who comes and goes, all right, she's getting a little attitude in filming. Yoink, I'm going to put this back until someone calms down and cooperates, right?
This doesn't make sense.
So her having to confirm that she's a DoorDasher and the transaction going not perfectly as smoothly as she wants is another piece of evidence proving that she's a victim of racism in an oppressed society, I guess.
And this is Chick-fil-A. This isn't Wendy's. This isn't some shitty, independently run McDonald's. Chick-fil-A has a brand and like a style, and the customer is always right. The only time the customer isn't right is when the customer's dead backwards wrong. So, I mean, it's more of a reflection on her. And I don't get these people, this type of existence where it's like, no, I'm getting a little pushback. I can't think through it. I'm going to film and cause a scene.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If I was doing this job and I went to Chick-fil-A, I would expect to show something before I picked up $50 worth of food.
Order for Ryan.
Yeah. Order for Ryan. Order for Ryan.
You don't sound like a Ryan, and I know that's probably the customer's name. If you're the DoorDash driver, your screen will show you big, long, glowing order. Pick up here now.
That's not good enough for her.
Yeah.
She needs it handed
She
off.
needs them to trust.
Yeah. It's like, well, the last 50 people who stole food kind of looked like you. All right, well, that's the end of Cringe. It's a lighter Cringe. Moving on to Urban Decay. 3 pages of Urban. Black women are under attack. This is Richard's Urban Decay project.
Yeah, well, basically, you know, there's kind of the theme of this is trying to figure out the source of a problem, but then not really doing it the right way. Not doing it to the right
I don't read news.
So this was inspired by NBC Blood, or NBC BLK. It's like the new BET subsection for NBC that's just for black people. And it says, in the U.S., black women are 6 times more likely to be killed than their white counterparts. In some states, the rate is even higher. For example, in Wisconsin, black women were 20 times more likely to be killed. And so I'm just going to go over some of the things from this article, right? Because we're not going to read the whole thing, but looking into the mind of a leftist, right, and what they think could explain a huge discrepancy in murders, right? To help eradicate domestic violence, Cotton said more people should start by normalizing conversations about it, whether in school, church, or other black institutions. So, domestic violence, okay, sure. All right, that's probably leads to it. For every one person who's murdered, you've got their family members, you've got friends, you've got communities who are devastated. So if you're looking at that through that lens, what does that mean for our black families, right? So obviously this affects a lot of people, right? When someone dies or someone's murdered, it's crazy. But then some of the reasons that they're trying to justify or describe why black women are getting murdered more frequently. When you don't have access to housing, you've got a greater strain on the relationship. When you're already living in an impoverished community, you have a greater strain on your relationship. Then you tie all that together with having increased homicides and access to firearms for young people. And then they also say that many black women also have a fear of calling law enforcement, which puts them at greater risk.
It's the white cops' fault.
So it's the cops, it's domestic violence, which, you know, that's true. You lead it in. But housing and then being afraid of cops, does that explain a 20 times more likely to be murdered in Wisconsin or 6 times nationwide? Do those 2 little factors explain it?
That's weird.
And
it doesn't.
The answer's obviously no. And most murders happen within the race, right?
Yeah.
In very rare instances. And so what you have here is black men, for the most part, murdering black women. And so why does that happen? Is there a tendency for violence? Do we not lock them up enough? Are we letting violent criminals back on the street too much? And it's like, that's me and Fleckus, our first thought. Wow, there's a lot of violent black men who are out there killing people who probably had some priors, probably had some run-ins with the law, and they weren't kept in jail.
And then because of defund police, we got to let everyone out.
Yeah, and so now someone's dead, and then like the article said, they talk about how many family members and how many downhill effects there are of this murder, which is true. Every murder is like the worst crime that there is. It's the most irreversible thing. But the funny part is the author looking for any reason except for there's violence in the black community, right?
Yeah, like if you use that family member angle, it's like, okay, how many black families are related to someone who's doing crime or has an illegal gun or is up to bad stuff after school with their ski masks on?
Or has a no snitching, or we don't talk to the police thing.
Or sells drugs, like everyone knows, and then you ignore that, and then it hurts your own community, and then you go, oh, our community's getting hurt, and instead of saying who's it getting hurt by, you go, oh, it's getting hurt. White people.
Must be because they're afraid of the cops, or because
scared to call the cops.
We don't have housing. It's like there are white people with really bad housing who don't murder each other.
Yeah.
And then this is just an example, but this was a case from I think late last week. But there was an Alabama woman, Mahogany Jackson, and she was stripped, tortured, forced to perform sex acts on gang of 4 men and 4 women before being shot in the back of the head in sickening kidnapping and murder that they filmed, cops say. So this woman was brutally murdered, brutally sexually assaulted and executed and left for dead, right?
By 8 people.
A group of 8 people, here's the mugshots here. They were all willing to participate in what they knew was a felony.
The worst crimes.
Even up until the point of the execution. Oh, dude, I didn't know he was going to shoot him. They were all participating and engaging in a brutal sexual assault felony. And so it's like, did these people have access to housing? Were these people afraid of cops? You know?
Yeah.
All these questions that an NBC BLK writer might ask, but you don't ask the simple ones. Maybe there's just a lot more people in that community willing to commit a heinous act. Which is like the most obvious answer you could have, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then what gets reported is black woman murdered after being assaulted, and you kind of like leave it to the viewer to decide what happened. Black women are under attack. Oh, this is just a piece in this bigger article about how black women are killed at a higher rate, but then you don't go into the details of who's doing the actual killing. And if you look at the stats on guns, here's the 2022 homicide victimization rate per
100K.
100K.
Yeah. Young black men aged 15 to 34 die by gun homicide 20 times as often as young white men, according to CDC cause of death statistics, 50 times as often as Asians, and 5.5 times as often as their Hispanic peers. It's almost as if black men have a gun crime problem, and should do something about it.
20 times more likely to die by gun than white people. It's like, hey, David Hogg, aren't you obsessed with gun violence and stopping people from dying from guns? It's weird that he keeps focusing on like the random one-off school shootings that are like so random.
That are so impossible to predict who's going to have like a psychosis snap and try to shoot up a school and who also has access to guns, you know? Like the one-off school shooters where they hit a breaking point, it's so impossible to predict that behavior. You know what I mean? And like obviously those are all horrendous.
You are fit for duty.
Then you have
Return
these
to your
guns
boat. Greetings.
where people are
You
selling
are
guns
cleared
on
for the following
Instagram
travel
Live,
routes.
and people are in gangs and shooting each other, and Chicago's a mess. And David Hogg doesn't talk about that at all.
Exactly.
And in fact, it's the opposite. When a lot of these thugs and gangsters go and get arrested, a lot of times Democrat DAs and prosecutors knock down their charges.
Yeah.
So if they use a gun to rob somebody, instead of doing armed robbery, it's just robbery. They knock down the charges to get the people back out.
Yeah, the enhancements, as they call them. Gang enhancements, which aren't used in LA right now. Gascon, he doesn't add gang enhancements. You remember we showed that video where all the other DAs running, they said, yes, we want gang enhancements. But this was a point Cernovich had made, which was, where's David Hogg? Very easy to stop a lot of gun violence. He won't say anything about this, though. And this was from an Andy No tweet where he said, many gang members use Instagram stories to boast about their activities. Chicago man John Hernandez, who has a long history of firearm and gang-related arrests. You know, these people post themselves. They're tipping their hand. And, like, the example that I used to you off screen was, I remember the story about some sex trafficking people who work.
Is that the serial number on it? He didn't even rub it off.
To arrest and defeat and find sex traffickers. and they had like this whole database of hotel room blinds and like pictures that they could analyze and determine where this crime had occurred. And like, those are people who are actually out there doing something, right? They're not preaching. They're going in and they're saying, okay, this looks like this hotel. I think there's one in southeastern Tennessee or something. It's like David Hogg and his buddies could be doing that, but they just want to disarm law-abiding citizens.
The NRA.
Yeah,
These aren't NRA members, David Hogg.
yeah, they're criminals, they're gang members, and they're actually incredibly stupid and easy to find if someone wants to put the work.
Marskosra, Lurkachas. Okinter, Vetoskus Zarsk.
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
Your ancestors stole this land. I have the real deed right here.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land.
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
I'm sorry things did not go quite as you envisioned.
You can't do this to us. Our family governed this planet. We owned it.
It's been a long time since that mattered, Relis. We'll be on the next ship out. It was kind of crazy to think we'd get our dream after 300 years. That only happens in stories.
Hey, good job. Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Terrace politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway?
Right.
Brass called me when you left. Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
Laisha, Vetus, everybody, he's back.
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want you can leave.
Hopefully, this will help you start over.
We can only hope. Now, what do we have?
This is fabulous. Not a page lost.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn this on.
I have to show these to my mother. She's been so worried. I'll be right back.
I think what she meant to say was thank you, but she's a little giddy. Don't worry. None of us will forget your generosity.
Some of my finest work, I think. have but to ask, Master. Consider the matter handled.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving, period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
You shouldn't be so harsh, Governor. These men aren't fighters.
We are what we choose to be. I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower Rakghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally gonna get this project moving.
There are still a lot of Rakghouls and wreckage out there.
Obstacles exist to be overcome. My ancestors called Terrace home once. Thanks to you, millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe. And stay in touch.
Yeah, exactly. But he wants to focus on the random, impossible to prevent one-off.
So that's the main thing. It's like, oh, who's killing all these black women? It's like, it's probably housing affordability and fear of talking to the cops. No, it's just black men who are violent, who might need to be locked up longer.
Yeah, it's black men with
Using
guns.
a lightsaber is
who's doing
just
all
as
the
much
gun crimes?
science
It's like
as
inner
art.
city gang members. You can't predict a school shooting and someone snapping, you know?
Exactly, but everyone just wants to go with the narrative that black people are being hunted down. Look, they're being killed. Look at these murder rates. But they don't say by who. They want to blame it on white people and white cops. In our
Doc, how's
next
Jessup?
page
You
of
okay?
Urban,
Your friend
we have a
suffered
bunch
from
of
a
crimes
Rakghoul.
that were committed, and we know by who. First is this woman
Reminder,
who was a pizza
mechanized
delivery
travel
driver,
is for official
and she was
business
murdered by
only.
3 people for $27.
Mother of 2, murdered by 3 people. The 3-way split,
there. We'll find you a grief
$27. Can
counselor.
you do some math really quick? What's that?
$9.99.
$9.99 each, a little bit, or close to it.
No, just $9.99.
Yeah. No, $9. Yeah. Okay.
$9 each.
Yeah, and here's the mugshots, you know, and here's the victim shot. Mother of 2 toddlers, and was a pizza delivery driver. The police pulled these people over, and they had the pizza with the bag, like the pizza delivery bag. Caught just dead red-handed, stupidest criminals on earth. Murdered someone for $9 apiece.
And we haven't even really heard about it, but then whenever like a black criminal dies like George Floyd, everyone says like, oh, you have a right to be upset, like this is your chance to be heard, these are the cries of the unheard, and it's like a fentanyl overdose criminal.
but to
But
ask,
then someone
Master.
like this dies,
Consider
you don't
the
hear anything
matter
about it. Or
handled.
the next girl.
And again, that was 3 people who all agreed to participate in a robbery, and then which...
Thank you for coming so fast. I told you the commander would send someone, Gartha.
The commander didn't send him. Don't you recognize a Jedi when you see one?
Then we really are saved. Master Jedi, may I please beg your aid? Have you ever faced a Rakghoul before?
You look pretty secure here.
Rakghouls dragged off most of our team. We don't know if anyone's still alive, but if they are, every second counts. We're a Republic archaeological salvage team. They call us the Corpse Counters because we're cataloging the bodies from the bombardment.
We were in an old Zaka works pipe this morning when those monsters came out of nowhere. They killed our guards and half a dozen of our team.
They might not be dead. We ran, we didn't see. Could you please just check if anyone survived?
The Republic is risking your lives to gather up some ancient bones?
It's important work.
It's pointless work. People are dying out here, so the Republic can have a list they'll never look at.
These people deserve someone to acknowledge their deaths. Only, most of our team were lost this morning when Rakghouls cut us off. I was hoping that you might go see if anyone is still alive.
A life snuffed out to feed a monster. I will leave no one to that fate.
To think a virus can turn a sentient being into one of those creatures. We were in the Zerka Works pipeline. If you go soon, there may still be someone there.
No, there's no hope for our friends now. But maybe you can make those monsters pay for what they did.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Terrace is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
The destruction of Taris was a terrible loss.
And we almost let it happen again on Coruscant. 300 years after Terrace, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
I could take a battlecruiser or two, but I don't know if I can stop a whole bombardment.
We're not there yet. Right now, we're just trying to learn what we did wrong. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my team's lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Terrace.
If they've still got comms, tell them help is on the way.
The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your #2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Viki at the outpost.
Did I mention I'm a pacifist?
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Teresian Rakghoul plague. Even one individual Rakghoul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
I didn't know Rakghouls had gotten so many colonies.
Rakghouls have been the story on Taris for 3 centuries. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Thorne developed a Rakghoul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire the serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
What's your reasoning on that?
There's a pirate camp not far from here. They went after the ruins of Sepinik Memorial Hospital. Sepinik was well preserved. If there's Rakghoul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Viki to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
I'll see what they want in trade for this serum.
That's extremely brave of you. The Death's Claw pirate gang robs anything that talks and shoots anything that doesn't. I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.
It's amazing, isn't it? To stand at the site of such history. The fall of Terrace has always cast a shadow over the Republic. So many millions of our people are descended from the refugees who fled its destruction, and we've carried its effects for far too long.
Are you talking about something specific?
I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Synoda. I have made it my life's work to cure Kolu syndrome, a rare cancer that affects only the descendants of Teresian refugees. But I have reached the limits of what I can do without the original settlers' medical records. I came here to access the systems in Terrace's old general hospital, but I, underestimated the dangers.
It sounds like a worthy cause. Is there a way I can assist?
Master Jedi, I am honored by your interest. Please go to the old hospital. I have the plans here. There are emergency generators that may still work. If you bring them up, we can download the old records. Bring them back, and you could save millions of people from a life of pain and early death.
Escalated to a murder, you know?
Yeah.
So that's 3 people out there who were willing to
Killed
do
someone's
that.
mom for $9 each.
Yeah.
And we don't hear anything about it. But then when a criminal dies, everyone has to take to the streets. We had another situation where this girl was dragged under a car and killed in St. Louis.
Yeah, Ellie Bentley, 22, beautiful 22-year-old girl, was dragged under a car for 2 blocks during a hit-and-run shooting in St. Louis. She was British and just moved to the U.S. to be with her boyfriend. She was a victim of a crossfire shooting and suffered multiple broken bones as a result of being dragged under a car. I don't think she died.
Oh, good.
Her attorney says she ducked under a vehicle when the shooting broke out, but the person driving the car she was hiding under, hit the gas and hit and ran her, dragged her for 2 blocks. And so, yeah, you know, these guys, she just got caught in an unfortunate beef between 2 young black males who were willing to shoot guns in the street at each other.
In the middle of the city. And we're told
Some
that black people are
exercise.
under attack from
Now,
police.
just as I
And it's
programmed.
actually the opposite. Police are adding the stats so the public doesn't realize how bad of a behavior problem urban youths have.
Yeah.
Black criminals.
Visible black guy with dreads. There's Fleckus black guy.
And they're all labeled white.
They're all being listed as white.
So police are hunting us down. We're not safe. They're shooting us. They're killing us. They're hunting us. They want us dead. They're actually they're having the stats so the public doesn't realize how bad of a black crime problem there is.
The opposite. But maybe it's because you're afraid to talk to the cops, which is why you get killed by a black guy with a gun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And so everything seems to be white people's fault. You can't have any accountability in the black community. Everything's white people's fault at some point. And there was an interesting stat that I read. Only 7% of black male adults who read at a 12th grade level. I guess that's white people's fault because they stole their library card.
I don't know. I'll wait for the article from NBC Black to tell me what to think, right? It'll probably be because water quality isn't good in urban city centers or something like that.
Or they get less good sleep because of the chirping from the metal detector.
Exactly.
Smoke detector.
It'll be some roundabout thing that has nothing to do with, well, are they reading? Is someone reading to them at home? Do they pay attention in class?
Exactly. All right, well, don't get too down here, but we have one more page here. Okay. Let's see.
You want to do the stolen cars?
Stolen cars? Yeah, let's do stolen cars, and we'll
Except
do
for the Congo.
injection into the brain in bonus line.
I always like to show stuff like this, which is kind of like cutting-edge crimes, as I say. Like, I like to be aware of who's doing the mimicking your car keys to the front door and stealing your car. But this is a new one. This guy's just covering what's out there on Facebook Marketplace.
Bro, there's no way. I'm on the no titles car for sale. This dude posted a 2023 Camry asking, "Where's the tracker?" This dude just stole this shit. Where's the tracker? I mean, there's some pretty crazy cars on here that are just straight up stolen. Stingray C7, 6,500 cash, no title, cause that bitch is stolen. Scat. If you know, you know. If you don't get what's going on, just ignore this post. $5,500. Another C7 Corvette, 5K, no title. Don't talk his head off. I don't know what happened up here. He probably tried to get it.
So all the stolen cars are for $5,000 cash.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
They're all like 2020 and beyond new cars.
Hello, police, right here. Go meet with them, please.
But instead the FBI is going to probably do January 6th people.
Yeah, and I like the little "if you know, you know" or "don't talk my head off." Like, it is what it is. It's like they're trying to drop subtle hints in the listing, just brutally selling stolen cars on Facebook. So
wow, that's pretty impressive. That's that's a group of people with privilege. You can
exactly.
just steal a car and sell it online, and no one even stops you.
Exactly.
I wish I had that.
It should be so difficult to this, and every single prospective buyer, should just be an absolute undercover cop.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's enough to sustain like a multiple car economy, and this is just in the Philadelphia area.
Yeah, exactly. All right, last piece of Urban Decay. This woman was approached by two 10-year-olds, and they told her they needed help, and look what they did.
And this is from 2022, I want to say that.
Okay.
And then also that woman who got pizza delivery driver, the reason that was in the news is because, like, I think the trial just happened, and so that was actually, I think, in 2019. But, you know, there's a reason you never heard a peep out of it in 2019 anyway.
Yep.
New York woman was scammed by two 10-year-old kids. They walked up to her acting like they were lost, borrowed her phone, and sent $1,000 to themselves on Venmo. They didn't call anybody. Police told me, "You gave them your phone? Why would you let a stranger use your phone?" Like, the cops didn't even care.
We're not in a high-trust society anymore. What are you thinking?
And it said Black Lives Matter. It was like BLM 2018 or something was the fake dummy Venmo account that they sent $1,000 to.
Reparations, I guess. They got us. Well, don't get too down or too depressed. Moving on to uplifting. We have some uplifting today. Nothing crazy.
Our episode's gone long, though, right? Like,
yeah, we're good on time. First things first, real life La La Land. So last week was the Oscars. Everyone knows I love La La Land, the movie. She won for acting. He won for music. They both got to see each other succeed. Real life La La Land. It happened.
I hate La La Land, so...
It's La La Land.
Ryan Gosling dancing like this?
You'll never have a bad day. I put on La La Land and it straightens me out.
Yeah. Fucking loser.
All right, well, let's get to some serious uplifting stuff. We had some pretty dark and heavy things in the episode.
We did. It was a kind of greasy episode.
We gotta lighten it up.
Haiti cannibals are coming to an area near you, and, you know, why is everyone dying? I don't know. Must be some other reason.
Black crime crazy, all this horrible
This
stuff.
is
But
for
don't
you,
worry,
Gartha.
this lady
I
knows
saw
how to
you
talk
ahead
with
of
her
me
mouth
there
closed.
before the pack cut us off. Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after
No gun
they
got
die.
pulled out at the end of
One
that.
of them
Nobody
now.
got shot.
I hear those monsters sniffing for me in the dark.
That's pretty
and
impressive.
I know
That was
I'll
pretty
be
funny.
with the dead before
all
anyone
right,
comes
let's go to
for
the
us.
Asian soccer ball
And
kid.
I do
Let's listen to this
care.
music.
But I'd rather
This
lie
is
here
impressive.
1,000 years undiscovered
ball,
than
goes
have some
around,
greedy
two
son of a
legs
hut
in the
like you
backpack.
dig
Almost
me
doesn't
up
even
just
believe
to
it
see what
happened.
I've
Look at
got
that
that's
smile.
worth stealing.
Look at that smile.
I hope someone
That's
else
nice.
finds
That's
this
uplifting.
and makes
That
you pay
cancels out
for your
a couple
crimes.
double murders.
Like
Couple
I'm
double
about to pay
murders,
for
yeah.
mine.
Yep. So we built up the goodwill.
Yep. And then last one, actually uplifting, 7-foot football
Just as I
player.
programmed.
O-lineman. Rapboy and I were O-linemen in college,
enough
so
of
we
that.
like to see O-linemen succeeding. This kid's 7 feet tall. Watch what he does.
Put everything into the Texas. He's only a junior in high school. He was putting kids into the turf. His name is Tyler Roberts. He plays for Argyle High School, and he was throwing his opponents around like a rag doll. This dude can move bodies. He's so big that he made all-pro NFL lineman Darrell Williams look small. Darrell Williams said he's never seen a 7-foot lineman that can move this good. It's different! He has an 85-inch wingspan, which would already be one of the longest in the NFL. Right now, he is very underrated. He has offers from Yale, Air Force, and Dartmouth. The Houston Cougars are about ready to offer him. Let us know in the comments which college football team should pick him up.
That's pretty lit.
Yeah.
And on our college, Dartmouth offered him.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get him. I don't think he's gonna get something bigger.
I'm gonna be honest. I think there's a reason there's not 7-foot tackles.
I know, but
Because you're good you're in high school.
Yeah.
You're good. You're pancaking kids in the drills. You're moving good. But then once you get to college, that DN comes off the line faster than you've ever seen.
He blows you up.
He blows you up, and you're 7 feet tall. There's a reason you don't see him over 6'6", really.
Yeah, the center of gravity becomes an issue. But hey, honestly, this kid looked good. Like
He did look good.
For 7-footers. Most 7-footers, their knees bend in a little bit. It looks a little freakish. but I guess he stood tall. I
He
like
did
this
stand
kid.
tall. And then when you're an O lineman, a mark of a good O lineman is playing to the whistle and finishing people and pancaking them. So if that kid has the instincts to, you see his shirt was ripped, he's fighting it out, that's good aggression, and then he's finishing kids,
You have
playing
but to
past
ask,
the whistle
Master.
and pancaking
Consider
them.
the matter handled.
That's a good sign of a good lineman. He should go to, I think he should go to Dartmouth.
Yeah.
Or Yale, go to an Ivy, get a good job after, have fun in college. Go to some big school, you're going to get smoked, you're not. Go to Dartmouth.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll check in on this guy.
Wish that kid the best. If he somehow is a show watcher, we'll send you some free. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the episode. We do have shout outs because it's Friday. Let's see here. Happy birthday to Suzanne K. Her birthday was on March 11th, just a few days ago. Happy birthday to you.
Your daughter secretly DM'd me from your own account. Got that shout out, so nice daughter. Good work. Happy birthday on March 12th to @FaceBillions on Twitter. He got a shout out. He tweeted us and goes, "How do I get a shout out? It's my birthday." You ask for your own shout out?
That's how you do it. And happy birthday to Brooke. It was on Tuesday. She's a new show watcher because cousin Mariah is a show watcher, got her hooked, and she's now watching the show all the way through. Wow. So she's a new show watcher, and then she watched all the way to the end and realized we do shout outs. Happy to know that. Happy birthday, Brooke. Hope you're doing well. And then we have some people that gave us shout outs on some stuff. Someone wrote the Flex quote on an engine, which is very cool.
Yeah. This was going into a pickup truck, I believe.
Good, so we're going to put it there. And then our last one, someone gave us a little Flecas shout out in Spanish.
Flecas Habla, el podcast, rankeado como mejor podcast de todos los tiempos.
Wow, who knows what that could even mean? No idea what that could even possibly mean.
You know what I realized, dude? I have brutal French reading. I can't read French. That Macron shit earlier.
Elise.
Brigitte, Elise. I have no instincts for French pronunciation.
Elise.
I know. I'm fucked.
It's like Tom's Elise. Yeah.
You gotta read the French stuff from here on out. I'll read the Espanol.
Yeah, going forward, I don't know anything.
Yeah, give it up, buddy.
All right,
you got
well,
C's, didn't you?
I got worse than C's. All right, another Flecas Talks in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you're watching to this point, you're probably going to want to watch Bonus Land, which starts right now. 30 minutes extra of the show. FlecasTalks.com is the website. It's very cheap, and you get hours and hours of bonus content, and it supports the show. And if you haven't done it all,
Welcome, everybody, to episode 203.
Lucky number 203.
This is going to be a great show. I can't wait. I'm really pumped to get into it. It's the two sessions special.
So I got my pen.
Yeah.
You know who's that sports presenter?
I
He always
don't
goes like
switch.
this.
I don't watch sports.
Oh, he's like a.
Is
He's
it
like a.
John Madden?
No. He does like all.
weakness.
Okay. Anyway,
That's
the
a cool
reason
trick.
and the reason is because the two sessions actually are. How can anybody in the world pay attention to something so utterly boring? Well, we make it interesting. The two sessions is China's most important political event of the year.
Yes.
Every year, they think the whole world is watching.
They think the world cares about it.
They project.
Yeah.
It's called project.
Yeah. This.
And they want everyone to pay attention to this boring political meeting where two branches of the same government come together and decide on things they've already decided.
Yes, exactly. Now, before we even start, I just wanted to give you a little teaser. We're not just talking about the two sessions, that's what we're going to start with, but China's had to swallow a couple of bitter pills of its own medicine, this being one of them, and I'll show it to you quickly. So, sorry, what you're seeing there, never mind this. What you're seeing there is Chinese state television CCTV reports being bullied at the scene by the police, being harassed, dragged off. Just like we saw last week with the Dutch reporter not being able to report on something.
Well, the Dutch reporter makes sense because China has
foreign.
the worst freedom of press rating other than North Korea in the whole world.
Yes.
So a foreign reporter, of course, is going to get shooed away. But this is a state reporter.
Yeah, their own state media
Sent there to do
yes,
it. Right.
was censored and pulled away. We've got a whole segment on that. We've got a whole segment
That's
on the
quite enough of
TikTok
that.
ban. That's coming, okay? But we've got to
Just as
start
I
out with the
programmed.
2 sessions. And even before the 2 sessions, I'm going to saunter right into it with
That's
what's
quite
new,
enough of that.
where we talk about what's new in China, show you a couple of clips. We got some fantastic stuff for you today. So I wanted to show you something here. Okay.
I haven't seen this, but I
Okay.
can already tell you there is something definitely.
You guessed it. Okay. So
I know.
let's.
I see Ais and Shushus, these like middle to old people, aged people.
Yeah.
Scrambling to go somewhere,
Yeah.
you know there's something.
You know
for
something's
free.
gonna be for free. So these are the sort of, we call them the last
Protection
generation.
delivered on
Okay, so
schedule.
they're all in their like
It was
late
my
50s,
pleasure to serve.
60s, 70s thereabouts. And well, I like to call them grab hags for a reason. Whenever there's something
Just
for
as I
free or
programmed.
discount, they like just
That's quite
go
enough
for
of
it.
that.
They'll literally climb over each other to get something. Oh my! So let me just explain to you. What was happening there is this is according.
I thought that was like a progression on
No,
last show.
they go up a mountain. No. Apparently, what was happening was there was a sale going on here, and you get a free egg.
You should have me guess.
Yeah,
Oh my
true.
god, the craziest one I saw, and you've
in
seen
an
this
apartment
too, was
building in a
multiple
studio
occasions,
apartment.
was a free bottle of
The
water.
free bottle of water.
Summer.
Yes.
Waiting for hours to get a free bottle of water like this big.
Yeah.
So you've already sweat it all out.
Yeah.
But this is an egg. At least
Yes.
this is something you can eat.
Yeah, but it's only one egg. No, the thing is the bottle of water thing was. Yeah, exactly. The bottle of water thing was hilarious because that I remember specifically the one that I saw with my own eyes. They were having a real estate. You know, they have those.
Mine was a real estate.
Yeah, there's like, so they're opening up a new project and they want to get people there to see the new project to invest. But the people lining up for 2 hours to get that free bottle of water, they're not buying it.
It's
an exercise.
Like a portion.
But they'll line up for 2 hours in the sweltering sun, sweat out all the water that they're going to get from that one free bottle. Anyway.
So, by the way, younger people would never do
No,
this.
no,
This
no.
is, again, this is the Mao era people that grew up starving and fighting tooth and nail to get a little bit of food. So
Yeah.
to them, this is like, of course it's worth it, right?
Absolutely.
What kind of egg do you think it was? Was it?
I have no idea.
You don't know what kind of egg it was?
I mean, could have maybe been one of the. Oh yeah. Exactly. Anyway, speaking of going on holiday in China, I don't know. Well, we're not speaking about that, but if you do go on holiday in China, yeah, and if you go to a tourist site, don't go on the weekends and don't go during holidays.
But Winston, why do you say this?
Well, here's a good example. This is a famous scenic spot where you climb up the mountain and see a nice view, right?
Okay.
古鲁村来不得喽，来不得喽。
Oh, fuck.
That looks fun.
Looks like a nightmare.
It's literally, you're just queuing. You're queuing to go up a mountain in a massive queue.
I'm gonna drive through bumper to bumper traffic to go to a place where I'm gonna stand in line.
Yes. I mean, that, again, for those of you who cannot see this correctly, it is a massive queue of just, it's a solid line all the way up the mountain, up these steps.
There's actually something at the top.
Yes.
Did you know?
Yeah, it's this new job that's opened.
No, it's
What?
actually an egg. There's one egg.
Yeah, there might be an egg up there. Anyway, just saying, like, this is the problem with traveling domestically in China.
Yeah.
Is because of the sheer amount of people that you have in China. If a place is famous and people have time off, they're all going to go there.
Yeah, for sure.
And it doesn't matter if it's a beach or if it's a scenic mountain spot or hot springs or whatever. And if you try to go there, you may as well not.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to see the actual attraction. You're literally just going to see a crowd of people.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a new job that's opened up at one of these tourist places that I thought you might like.
Let's have a look. Oh. So this is what they're going to see.
Maybe.
I mean, it is a rock.
Yeah. So, for those of you...
Oh my gosh, this is demeaning.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know...
You gotta be kidding me.
The Monkey King, okay?
You had to pause it there.
Yeah.
You thought about
So,
it.
the Monkey King is, of course, the most famous character in China, really.
It's really the only one.
Yeah, pretty much. So, when you go to China, you hear about Journey to the West, which is the most famous sort of novel and legend in China. And it's about the Monkey King and a monk and a dude who, like a kind of a, what do you call it? Playboy.
Most people
Playboy who gets turned into a pig. And they have to go to the West to go look for some Buddhist scrolls. Because, you know, Buddhism came from India into China. So anyway, this guy, this Monkey King, he is apparently born from a rock.
Sun Wukong.
Yeah, so Sun Wukong, this guy. So he was born out of a rock.
Yeah.
So in this particular tourist attraction, he's sitting in his rock, presumably the one he was born from.
Ah.
Okay.
Ah.
And you get to feed him.
That is insane.
So this is a job where you sit there and you have to eat whatever
they give you.
whatever the tourists give you.
That's not unhygienic at all.
Well, I mean, for instance,
I'd be feeding them locusts and stuff, you know, just to see how far I could push it.
This kid is shoving
Actually, I
a
feel bad.
cucumber in his mouth. I'm sure he likes that. And some, like...
They bring actual monkeys to fight with him.
And I like how they're
over
feeding him spicy tofu.
So you're saying this is a rock womb. His head is poking out of presumably what his mother's genitalia.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he's being fed.
You literally dress up like a monkey and sit in a rock and kids force feed you all day.
Monk bang, dude.
Monk bang. This is a China-only thing, okay? This could only happen in China.
This is absurd. If you explain this to someone, no one would think it's that crazy. But when you see it, because you realize how many people are going to show up to do this.
Dude, you saw that queue coming up the mountain? It could literally be a queue of people like that trying to feed you.
That's probably the queue.
Shoving bananas down your throat and whatever else is being fed to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
He certainly saves money on food, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to give him meals.
Yeah. He looks so unimpressed with what's going on.
Would you be impressed?
And look at that pile of trash in front of his stone now. Can you see? There's like empty cartons of crap and whatever
What else would there be?
It's like you're eat this monkey boy
through the litter pile.
Imagine crawling out of there at the end of the day. You got all these tofu packets and stuff stuck to you, and you have to roll out.
All right. I think I'm gonna end it there. About a good 4-hour stream. Pretty tired, so I will see you later. Cause I don't want to fall asleep on this, cause it's not gonna lead to very good game decisions. So see you later.